Happy Sunday. I mean, Friday. Oops. Is it Friday? Is it
It,
cold in here?
is it Friday? It is Friday. It is what we just passed our anniversary for Friday the 13th, part 4, right?
No, that's next Saturday. I'll
Oh, it's
watch along
next
next
Saturday.
the 13th. That's right, Lito. If you're out there, he was asking about it. He's like, I hope you guys are doing
He's
it. I
nothing.
said, yeah, we're doing it next Friday, which is the 13th. Next Saturday rather. Would have been great if it landed on a Friday.
You know what passed my feed, and maybe you caught this too. You know what the anniversary of this week is? It's the 42nd anniversary of Silent Rage, Pat. Silent Rage.
Oh, really?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Do I have to put that on my list to remind on some stuff?
I'm wondering if we should do that. I gotta go look at your list. I keep forgetting.
I
Maybe
have it
we'll
written down over here on the other side of my desk here. So
we were gonna do Friday part 5. I was thinking because we'll do 4 on this actual anniversary next Saturday, but we should really bump it and do Silent Rage on
I'm good
Tuesday.
for some things, Pat, right? I'm good for some things. Yes.
Yes, let's do this here, but let's do Silent Rage then, and then because then it'll follow fine because then Saturday we'll do Friday part 4, then Tuesday we can do 5, so it'll actually add up. Good
Uh,
call.
yeah, and if I'm sure a lot of us, anybody's watching or in the chat, it is the Chuck Norris Michael Myers movie. If nobody knew that, but
Yeah, I
sure,
love Silent Rage.
I'm sure our Halloween fans here know that though.
Yeah, let's see who's here hanging out with us on a Friday night. So Brett was busy on Sunday. We thought we'd get the band together, and Joe's running a little late. He had to do something, had to take his daughter somewhere, and we figured, okay, let's do a Friday night stream because you know what, we don't have to do tomorrow. Go to work.
Yeah,
And I literally just got home from work about 35 minutes ago, from leaving my house at 4:15 this morning.
Oh God, Pat. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
what a long fucking day. But let's say, so Colin stopped in to say hello. He's actually
Good.
spending some time because his better half was in Pittsburgh. So yeah, watch the show afterwards. Make sure you guys go check out our top 10 albums of '74 that we just did on the channel. That was a lot of fun.
I have to watch that, Pat. I'm looking forward to checking that out. That's so cool.
Interesting choices. Hey,
Hi,
Happy, what's
Raccoon Eyes.
up?
Happy Sandro.
Stefan's in the house. What's up, Stefan? Good to see you.
Hello,
Who else here?
Stefan. Hello.
Hey, Byron, what's going on? I saw your message, but I would, like I said, I literally got home 35 minutes ago, and then jumped in the shower, chased the soap around for a couple of minutes to clean myself up,
Hey, Byron.
and yeah. Who else is there? Yeah, that's what we got here. So yeah, we got some. What is interesting? Oh, you watched the top 10 with yeah, it was Colin had some interesting choices. I'll say that. Mine weren't too far out there, but yeah, he definitely had some interesting ones. Hey, Raccoon, what's going on?
Pat, you know what I did today with I used to do a lot of times on Fridays. I went to the movies. I miss going on Fridays. Used to go a lot of times to see movies on Fridays before the kids were born, and with my dad when my dad was still living in the area too. So it was good.
Damn kids.
Yeah, damn kids.
Hey, what's up, Eric?
Hi, Eric.
Very cool. So yeah, we're having some beers. We're gonna do. So we figured we'd throw this together. Somebody gave us this idea, or we talked about it the other night when we said, "Remember who was that? I don't know. Was it you that came up with it?"
It was Ma. Yes,
it was you. I knew it was, yeah. So I remember writing it down. So I thought maybe it was you. I wasn't sure for somebody in the chat, but so we figured we'd talk about characters that should have died and characters that should not have died.
In all fairness, I think it was a bloody disgusting article. You know when it was, Pat? When Barbarian came out, and I guess maybe that's a little spoiler of someone that's on our list, or my list at least. So yeah.
Stephen says, what? Not familiar with some of those albums. Yeah, some of the ones I'd never heard some of the ones that Callan had either. I checked out a few of them out, listened to some of the stuff. It was cool. Love Kiss and David Bowie. Yep, they were on my list. 1974 is the debut of Kiss, so I will give you one guess if you have not watched it where it lands.
Yeah,
spoiler alert. Yes, spoiler alert. Yeah, so we figure we'll talk about that tonight. We got some new stuff in our collection. We're going to do a top 5, our top 5 annoying characters in horror, and Lord knows there's plenty of them, so we can do more than 5.
Yeah,
and,
that was a good one, Pat. I think that was one that you thought of, maybe, or maybe somebody else thought of, or maybe that was one from a few weeks ago when we were talking. Yeah, that'll be fun to do.
This made my honorable mention. It did make my top 5. Yeah, Larry Vaughn. He seems so stupid.
That's the first one. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, I wanted them on the list, but then I'm like, oh, this is personal. So that's an honorable mention for me. But we'll definitely get there. But and then we were supposed to do a movie review of Friday the 13th Part 5 because we were going to do that on Tuesday. But I think we're going to bump it for Silent Rage, so we can actually do a review of Silent Rage. Joe's watched it, so by the time Joe gets on, yeah. So let's do that. Let's changing things on the fly.
Pat's excited. I could tell Pat's excited.
Yes, you know what? Because did we watch Silent Rage on the old podcast? No, I know we talked about it, and you and I had seen it, and then the other guys finally saw it. So yeah, we didn't do it. So I'm looking forward to that. But let's do a quick beer review because I'm a little parched, and it's been a long fucking day. Holy shit! Do a quick beer review, and we'll have a couple cocktails. Let us know what if you are partaking in the chat. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to. I didn't have a chance to take a picture because I picked it up on the way home. I knew I didn't have any beer. So I'm having Voodoo Ranger Juicy Hazy IPA. Had them before.
Voodoo Ranger's popular. Yeah. It's
a good go-to. You know, it's a more popular thing that you can find in the stores for the last minute like I did, which was basically a gas station. I pulled into the gas station quick and grabbed it.
That a boy, Pat. There you go.
Stefan, look, he's drinking some Bud Light Double Lime. Okay, nice. Look at you. You go. Okay. And
Freddie like actually Bud Light Double Lime. Okay. You're my boy, Blueberry Wheat Ale. Found that in Florida. Loved it. Loved it.
Ale. I like the sound of that.
Not overly fruity, just the right blueberry flavor to where it's not like people are going to like, I got to brush my teeth or something.
Fruity? Like he called me fruity ass.
Where does he get the nerve called me fruity ass?
Oh, Mario. How many freaking Marios there are?
There's over 300 Marios.
That's what we're having. Drop it in the chat. Let us know if you're having something to partake on a Friday night. Hopefully you don't have to work tomorrow. Yes, don't have to partake, but you're more than welcome to.
Stefan's got it right, Pat. Like, I don't know, like in the summer, a beer with a lime, like the first time you have that for the season in the summer, it's good.
Yeah, I know what I like. I like
Ooh, hello.
Was it that Blue Moon with you have it with the orange or anything in there? I like that.
Oh, yeah. The thing with Blue Moons, Pat, like I love them, but I like you can't drink too many of them. You're just like, oh.
No, yeah, they're good to have to sip in the summertime.
Yeah,
Eric's having Iron Maiden Trooper beer. Wow, look at that.
Yeah, cool, Eric. Nice.
I mean, having them in a bit.
I'm trying to think. Was that I had one of the Maidens for one of our shows since we've came back last year. I'm trying to think.
I've only had the Trooper. That's I know they have a couple of different ones, but I can only remember trying the Trooper.
There's two, I think, Iron Maiden ones, if I recall.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yes, that's what we're having. Cool.
I almost grabbed that Motorhead whiskey out, but no, that's fine.
I left my Metallica whiskey. Where did I leave my Metallica whiskey? I brought it to my bass player's house. So I'm sure that's Long Guard. Fear of the Dark. Is it? Great album. Actually, my son has that shirt. He was just wearing it the other day. So, we'll do, just so we can get into what we're doing, we can do a quick, what's in our collections.
Mm-hmm.
New items in our collection. I didn't have a time to get, too bad Joe's here to miss it because I actually got some good, I actually have some stuff. I had been really partaking and I got a few, plus we haven't had a regular podcast in 2 weeks? It's been 2 weeks.
Yes, it's because Joe went out of town. I went out of town. Yeah.
Yeah, and shout out to Colin and Bill filling in. We had a blast with that with our Easter eggs and the trilogy. Go check that out. We had a ball with that. That was fun.
Yeah, and I said it before. Yeah, thanks again, Colin and Bill. They really filled in there. They really came through, didn't they, Pat? I guess is the best way to say it.
No, they really did, and that was a lot of fun.
Oh, so you know what, Pat? I didn't want to send them. Maybe next week. Maybe we'll make that a segment. I can send you all the pictures, and we'll go over those from the ends and 2018 films. The stuff I took because I took probably like 20.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So Brady hit a couple of sites.
Yeah, was in Charleston, South Carolina, and Savannah, Georgia. So the Betweener one I didn't hit. Kills I didn't hit.
Oh, let's go through. So I got, obviously I'm wearing it now, my new shirt.
I didn't
Love
get
this
to go
shirt.
look for one. I didn't get to go look for one. Damn it.
For those
That's
that want
awesome.
these are for sale in FYE, and they had a promotion: buy one get one 50% off. So yes, I did get two.
Oh, you animal. That's just
Yeah,
awesome.
that's just the way I go. Got that. I got my Loomis came in. The
Oh,
Tots Loomis.
I was gonna ask you if you got one. I haven't partaked in getting one yet, which is almost insulting.
Yeah, got my Tots Loomis. That thing, and it looks really, really cool. I hope they come out. Who was I chatting with? Was it somebody in the chat, or was or maybe it was you, Byron? I think we were going back and forth. No, was it Byron or shit? I've so many people that hit me up about the Loomis. They were saying it'd be great. I was Chris Cullen. He was sitting there saying how cool would it be if they came out with some more characters, like if they came out with Linda and Brackett and Annie. You know, Annie with the phone. How fucking cool would that be? Shout out, Tots. We'll buy it. Take my money
We
now.
could see it. I know I've seen people open this Loomis up. See, that's the thing. This is probably the one that I would open up out of all of them because there hasn't been like a real solid looking Loomis, you know.
But this is there. They did a real nice job. We got that. Picked up.
Autograph that. Sorry,
What's that?
that's not funny. You don't have to worry ever about getting Loomis autographed.
Yeah, really. And I, not the biggest fan of ends, but I did buy all the other NECAs, so I picked up the Halloween ends NECA because I didn't run out and get it this time. Like everybody was buying and pre-ordering them. I'm like, you know why? Because I always see them for sale somewhere. And sure enough, when I walked into FYE, they had a bunch of them. So patience paid off, so I picked that up. The non-bloody robots because I had the Hot Topic bloody version.
Oh, that's right. They made two versions of that. Okay.
Yeah, so I picked up the non-bloody version. What else did I get? Oh, and I got the glassware set.
They got another glassware set? Oh god.
Yeah, this was so I think Joe, shout out to Joe. I think Joe threw this in the chat one time and I went and I bought two sets. One so I can partake of some alcohol.
Are we talking FYE?
This was Target if I remember correctly.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I ordered them online. I ordered two sets, one to keep put away and one to have a couple cocktails in.
They're like bourbon glasses or whiskey glasses.
That's why I was like, oh, I gotta have these. Yeah, because they're like freaking highballs.
Oh shit. There's always something. I'm starting to lose it with this.
What else did I get? Oh, I got a Killing It hat. That they were selling these at FYE. New hat to add to the collection.
You're killing it with your purchases today.
Yeah, it's like I walked in there. I think I was gonna get one thing. I walked out with a ton of shit. The lanyard, I picked that a new lanyard up. This was in Spencer's. What else I got? Oh, that is for later. That is my collectible spotlight. So that's it. So that's all the new purchases I got.
Woo! Nice.
Just Jimmy or Bud or come on. Yeah, Karen with a shout out to Stefan. Tots, do you hear him? Nurse Karen with a removable towel. Oh, and Nipstick just go pop right out. And you can have like a different head with all the skin coming off of it. And Bud, you can have his little roach clip. Jimmy can have a bloody side because he slips and falls, and a non-bloody side.
I want a Dr. Hoffman, so then he could sit next to the Rocky Four guys too.
Michael could have been thrown from the bus.
Drago, the most perfectly trained athlete.
Raccoon's got one here. Annie, yeah, we want Lester. We want Annie with Lester and a phone, and a Jiffy Pop.
Oh, Jiffy Pop, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you gotta have Bob or even Linda. Yeah. Why not? Hey, we could have a real nice sheriff bracket. They could make a nice Tots sheriff bracket.
They could make a bracket. Yeah, they should make a bracket. Why not? Iconic.
The most perfectly trained athletes. Sorry.
Byron wants a NECA figure of Corey Cunningham with a scarecrow mask.
I
don't see
why not an Allison with her mask too, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
why
what
not?
I'm talking about.
People will buy it. I mean, Halloween fans are seriously, they're buying everything these days. Just look at all the shit I just Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
no
I mean,
kidding, dude.
it was just an innocent trip. Actually, I was going back to buy another lanyard because I got one lanyard, and I'm like, I could use another one. If I want to wear it like at work, I always have a badge and ID. So
Yeah.
that's I was used to buy. I actually still have extras from Spirit.
Okay.
So I went back and I'm like, let me see what they have in Hot Topic because I just do the run. You do the Spencers, you do the Hot Topic, and you do FYE. Well, I did the FYE, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm spending some money because they had a bunch of shit. I wasn't expecting to find anything. And for those, they had more. They had an H2 Tots figure for sale, so they were selling H2 Tots figures in FYE. They had the big NECA Halloween 2018 Myers with the removable hands. They had him there too.
Yeah, he's what in stores? He's like what 150, right?
They were loaded with stuff. I was like, whoa. I mean, I have all that shit, but wow.
Oh God. Well, it's kind of sad to believe, but it's already 6 months away from Halloween.
It is true. Well, yeah, it's such saving. Imagine a Ronnie from H2 action figure. LL Cool J. I like Ronnie's character. That'd be awesome. I don't know if they would come out with the big versions of them, but they could do like they did just like the miniature figures, like they just did with the Halloween, the original OG. Just do like the set of figures of each movie. Even Resurrection, I'd buy it, but just to have it in the collection.
Like, if you were to make a Tots figure of the Man in Black, how would you do that? Like, I guess it'd be hard to do that, right? Do you just blacken?
We'd have to have his head down with the hat so you can't see the face, and he'd have the thorn tattoo on his arm.
He's got his bag with his Tommy gun.
he'll have spurs that jingle jangle. Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool if you could create something kind of. I don't. Yeah, I think a lot of people think that character kind of really fucked shit up. I don't think it did as much. I thought it was kind of a cool thing. I think they were just throwing shit on the wall and see what was going to stick, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go see what Brady got in his collection. He picked up a lot of stuff this week too.
Oh, I got a lot of stuff. Yeah. Oh, good, Pat. Thank you for putting them both together. Yeah, the 35th anniversary steelbook for Major League. Pat, those are magnets. That whole sheet is magnets, and you could break them out and have them as separate magnets. I wasn't going to do that though.
I love the what do you call it?
Serrano's locker.
Serrano's locker, but I'm thinking of the owner. The one where they peel the pieces off of her.
Oh yeah, with the magnet. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did the pieces come off of her?
No, that's just like a little magnet. It's probably like only like 3 inches or 3 or 4 inches.
That would be hysterical if it was a bigger magnet and you could pull the pieces off just like in the film.
That, you know what, and when we did that watch along last year, that was one of my favorite ones we've ever done because we had Blake on, and shout out to Blake. Yeah. I was in their live chat for a little while before we got on.
Oh, that's right. They were doing a live chat tonight. Yeah, I'll watch it later afterwards. Yeah. Shout out to those guys.
And Friday the 13th. Yeah.
American Werewolf in London. Oh, look at that.
Well, you know why I got that. We're gonna be. I'm gonna be getting that signed at Chiller.
Yeah.
So
Brett and I will be at Chiller in 2 weeks, and we'll go live from Chiller. We'll hang out.
Is it 2 weeks already? It is.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks, right? Well, 3 weeks. 3 weeks technically. Yeah.
It is 3. Okay.
3 weeks from today, as a matter of fact.
Yep, 3. It'll be. Oh, looking forward to it, dude.
Hey, Matt Russell, what's up?
Hey, Matt Russell's here.
They would have needed a better reason for Rachel to leave Jamie, but she deserved the heroic death instead of Tina. Oh yeah, I see people throwing some in there, and I'm keeping track of them. We'll go through this real quick, and we'll just jump in with that.
Well,
and we another sign too.
Another Chiller thing, yeah. That part, they're both these are NECA exclusives. If anybody didn't know, they came with the editions when they Shout Factory or Scream Factory released their Blu-rays. So these are probably only like 1,000 or 1,500 of them made, so they weren't cheap. So yeah, looking forward. Those would be cool to go up there and meet those guys. They seem like they're cool dudes.
Naughty garbage day. Yep. And say, like I was saying, if they came out with packages like this of figures of the people for each film, and not necessarily the ones like this is kind of cool. Shout out to Chicago Boogeyman Brian because he bought a set and paints them and he does it real well. You know what? Just give them to me painted. I don't want to fucking paint them. just give me them done. Charge me $5-10 more and just paint the damn things for me.
And tell me if I'm wrong. There was an exclusive set at H45. I didn't get it, right? There's another set.
There was an orange set that I completely forgot to order.
Yeah.
I didn't drink there or anything like that.
What's amazing, and Pat probably can tell you this too, this box, like, I probably should have put something next to it if anybody has
No,
ever
just look
seen
at
this
Brett's
in person.
hand. No, your hand is
It's
there.
so small.
They're small as fuck.
I got this and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. It was like a box of Hershey Kisses or some candy.
Yeah,
or
they're really, really small.
Yeah.
And then there you go, the piece de resistance. He got I just ordered those in a Drunken Haze, but they don't have the one in the middle for sale anymore.
Pat, are you sure that's the $300? That's the expensive one.
No, I got the one on the left ordered and the one on the right. The one in the middle is not there anymore. I didn't see it.
When did you last look?
Was it yesterday or the day before?
Okay, I'm looking really quick as we talk.
Yeah, let me know if
it was there.
No, I got the one on the left, which is the classic photo from the novelization, and I got the one on the right with Meyer's face. But the one in the middle with the face with Laurie in the center with the mask, I didn't see that up there.
Wow. Okay.
If it's up there, let me know. I'll go right on there, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, because that's why I didn't send the other pictures, because I know you kind of like to do your own thing there. I guess I could have sent the other picture. Well, we have them from before. Okay, here's the store.
So he got those. This is the back of them.
Oh yeah, I did send you the. Okay, cool.
And this is some of the swag that comes with it.
Oh, good. You did find it. Yeah. So you got the two pieces of art, and there's an actual sketch in the center there. You can see it's taken out of his art book. Yeah, beautiful.
Great stuff. That's why. And I didn't order it originally, like I said, because sorry, what the hell is my daughter's going out? That pain in the ass. I kept forgetting to order them at age 45, and I kept forgetting it. Then I looked at it one night, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like $400 and something or 500, whatever the fuck it was. But then I ended up saying, you know what? When a Drunken Haze the other day, I was drunk shopping.
I think what's confusing, Pat, is it's the cover of it doesn't show you the cover, the box cover on the left. It shows the cover on the right. It's up there on their website still. It's still there.
So the one on the top left of this photo is a separate book. It's not a cover to put the book in.
That thing on the left is like an actual box. I'll just grab it so you can.
So it's a slip cover for the book on the right of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it's a slip cover. It's almost a box. You take the cover
Gotcha.
out, and then the book's in the inside.
So then I did get everything.
You didn't get the $300 one, but you technically got. Yeah, you just didn't get the signature edition one. No.
Oh yeah, I can live without that.
There you go, Pat. That's the spirit. Unless you want all that crap on the bottom.
All that crap. That's everything Freddie got.
Yes. Wow. Yeah, we did pretty good, you and I. Well, then again, it was a couple weeks for you and I.
This is true. If you guys got anything to your collections, add it, let me know. And then I see a lot of people chiming in on our topic for this evening, so we're going to jump right in it.
Yeah, we'll jump in.
So let's talk characters that should have been killed. How about that? We'll go there first. I'm going to scroll up because the people were throwing some shit in.
Can I throw one out there as you're looking them up?
Yeah. So, whoever threw some stuff, so I don't have to keep flipping back. Let's do those that should have been killed. So I will throw one out there because I put one on the tab. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to, sorry. It's been a long day and I want to hang out and have a good time. I'm going to shoot my load right now and say, you know who should have died? Everybody in Scream 6 that survived.
I thought you were going to say what I was going to say. I was going to say everybody in Halloween Resurrection. In all seriousness, Carter. I thought Carter was a little bitch. He should have died.
I mean, come on. Everybody in Scream 6 that had mortal, fatal wounds all fucking survived. It's like they all should have fucking died, including Courtney Cox, who I put on the thumbnail. It's like, seriously? Come on. Like one guy, the one brother, the
twins. The twins got slaughtered and they survived.
Got slaughtered. How the hell did you survive? They were holding them like this and just stabbing the fuck out of him, hitting all vital organs. No fucking way he was going to survive. Sorry.
I swear, I could have probably died from a safety pin, and these people are like getting chopped up and surviving.
Dude, I'll bleed from a hangnail. That's the way I'll go. How embarrassing is that? Bleed to death.
Very true. Oh,
yeah. God, so throw some in the chat. Let us know. Horror characters in films that you thought should have been killed, but they did not kill.
Yeah, Gail should have died when it got that far. I had that on my list, Pat. Yeah, Gail Weathers. Yeah, that was a rough
Slasher
one.
Fred said, I always thought the villain Billy from Silent Deadly Night to be an inspiration for Larry Drake's character in the Tales from the Crypt episode and All Through the House. I gotta go back and watch it. I vaguely remember it.
Is it tough to say you wanted the kid Billy to die in H5? That's mean. I'm sorry.
Billy. Yeah.
Billy.
Oh God. Yeah.
Travis is in the house. My God.
Travis, what's up? Yeah. So who should have been? Yeah. Well, that should have been. Yeah, right here. Freddie Harris and Gail from. Yep. Right there. I'm right there with you, Byron. Freddie should have been killed. The funny thing is, when you talk about when we read
the Taking Shape sequel ideas, he dies in almost every one.
Yeah, but the reason they were going to bring him back because they said he was popular with, I guess, the target audience. I don't know. I don't know who the fuck they were targeting, but I don't know about you, but I don't know too many people that like him in that film. I'm nothing against Busta Rhymes. I really don't give a rat's ass about him. I don't listen to rap music or anything like that, but his character was just horrible. He might make our top 5 tonight. Not to be a spoiler. Our top 5 are annoying characters in horror.
That sounds good.
Oh, hey, Ryan Underwood, what's up?
Yeah.
Good to see you in the chat. Let's see. Let me see.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing, bud? Ryan Underwood up to no good, right? I'm going to say it. I'm just going to say it.
My best friend, Joey Pants Rolling Bad. What's what Brock I must have had. Did you right?
Hold on 1 second here.
Trying to see what else they should have asked them. Yeah, who else should have been killed? I actually had hold on 1 second. Where's my crib notes here?
I have my pen in my bag. Okay, oh well.
Let's see. Honestly, okay, I'm gonna fire a shot across the bow here. I personally think that at the end of Halloween ends, I think Laurie Strode should have died. I think she should have been killed, or something where they both
go into
he went like she got killed with him. Like he held on to her and killed her. The two of them go out together. That would have been kind of cool.
She slipped on a banana and fell in. Whoops, sorry.
I won't fall for the banana in my tailpipe.
That's right. Acrimel fully.
Ugh, man, Holly. I honestly think she should have been killed. Yeah. I thought it would have been kind of cool to see them both go out together, and Allison could be the last one standing. Well, let's see. What say you in the chat? Is that blaspheme? Let's see. Hawkins in 2018. Guy survived impossible injuries to have a pointless flashback that didn't reveal anything unnecessary and did nothing. Matt, you hit it right on the head. As much as I love that character, if they hadn't killed him off and he lasted, like if he stayed through and they didn't have the whole exposition scene of him getting stabbed in the neck, that would be great to have him around. But yeah, I totally agree. There was no way he was coming back from that. He got stabbed in the neck more than once, and then he got run over. Yeah, they were. It's the same thing, like I said in Scream, where all these people had these mortal wounds and survived. No, nada. Let's see. Laurie Strode was killed off Laurie Strode was killed off screen in the 4th movie. Yeah, but I'm talking about. Yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's just off screen. I'm just thinking. I'm going by the trilogy where she was back in that timeline, the original, the OG timeline. I think they kind of either should have killed her off and let him live, him walk off into the sunset or something, or maybe she could have like mortally wounded him. He kills her, and then you have that scene like that we never saw in 2018, where he just basically goes off and dies. You know, like an animal that's been wounded that just goes and dies.
See,
interesting.
Oh, is it? We have in the chat here about Hawkins. I don't know how you feel about Hawkins. Like, the way they did the first movie where he got stabbed in the neck. After that happens, you probably should die. I don't think
should have
he
died.
should have. Yeah, if they didn't do that, he shouldn't have died. I actually didn't mind the character, but once you shot that and did that, you're like, come on, he's done for.
Exactly what I just said. I said the same thing. Like if his character was there, didn't get stabbed, would have been great to have him in all three. But I know he was popular. Everybody really liked his character, so they figured, okay, let's make him survive. Yeah, no.
That's like remember the third Scream movie where the reporter asks the one detective, like, detective, do you think the movie's anything to do with the death? He was in a movie called Stabbed. He was stabbed.
Yeah. Matt would have had Laurie die on the operating table and kills, would have saved a few lives. Well, that's the thing about these movies, especially like the final girl who lasts through movie after movie, like Laurie Strode. You want to just sit there and say, like, somebody just push her in front of a fucking truck. Because all these people are dying along the way, so she can live. It's just like, you know what, here. Michael, she's dead. Leave me alone now.
Well, what Matt's saying, some people would probably say Evil literally would have died.
Yeah, well, I could go down there.
Trauma.
Laurie should have died in Halloween Kills. Hot take. Karen could have gotten killed in Ends right in front of Allison. Yeah. Let's see.
You know what? I will tell you this. Let's do a switcheroo. Maybe she should have stayed in Resurrection or just like written her out. And then she doesn't die in that. And then she dies in this last one.
Yeah, I mean, I understand everybody knows the reason why she was killed off in Resurrection. She wanted to be. She just did the cameo. It was in her contract. But yeah, it was just you know how I feel about abortion, Halloween abortion.
The abortion.
Yes. Stefan says Hawkins should have died. Fuck Hawkins. I do like his character, but Halloween Kills, he's sort of like the Laurie from Halloween 2, and Laurie's sort of the Laurie from Halloween 2, where they're just in hospital beds, which is to be understandable because they both got injured in the first movie.
Yeah, then you get confused with Ben Tramer. I guess he's alive and then he's dead in the original Halloween 2. He's alive in these new ones. What the hell? Make up your mind.
Look at Ryan. Michael should have killed the baby when he was walking through the house in 2018. Oh God, man, that would have been up in arms. I mean, for Christ's sake, how many of the first responders got pissed that he killed all the first responders? It's like, guys, it's just a movie.
Pat, did you ever see those? I think it was a Project Greenlight thing with Feast. Did you ever see them? They made a couple of those movies called Feast.
Feast.
Oh, you should look that up.
No, I don't know that one.
They're getting chased by that big creature, and the guy's got the baby, and he's running down the street, just throws the baby up in the air so he can get away.
Kick the baby.
Terrible. It was horrible. I was like, God.
Speaking on Scream 3, Cotton is certainly one who should have died. Yeah, I think his character overstayed his welcome.
Yeah, Liev Schreiber was. I like Liev.
I like him. I like him as an actor. Nothing, but I think his character overstayed his welcome.
Yeah.
Let's see, Matt says Rachel Carruthers and Tina should have been swapped in H5. There would have been a need. Jamie, but she deserved the work. Yeah, I can see that. That absolutely.
There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of talk of H5 tonight with these topics.
Yeah, there might be some H5 people that lands on other lists too. I'm not trying to be spoilery. The baby betrays Green's take on Michael. He portrays him as a shark that kills anything he comes across, establishing by killing the kid in the car. Green's take on Michael. He portrays him as a shark that kills anything he comes. Oh, I see what you're saying, because he didn't kill the baby. But I'm thinking that's true. Matt's right on that point, because it's supposed to be anything he comes into contact kills. But then there's the other take of Myers, which really wasn't part of the trilogy, where he really only kills what's in his way, and the baby wasn't in his way. So it's a gray area.
Oh, oops.
There you go. Hey, Mark. What's up?
Hi, Mark. If there's any way, Pat, if you could entertain the crowd, I have to say goodnight, if you catch my drift. So.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Okay. So say goodnight to the boys. Yeah. The boy and girl, rather.
The animals.
Yep, the animals.
Okay, 1 second.
Previous characters should have survived. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to the people that should have been. Let's keep going with who should have been killed. In your opinion, who in the horror movies should have been killed? Hold on, I wrote some stuff down here. Oh, this is one I because I did do some research online because I got stuck working late. Did anybody see the movie Revenge with the girl who goes over the? She goes and they abuse her and she goes off that like ledge and cliff rather, and she lands on and gets impaled and somehow some way she survives. How that happens, I have no clue. Let me know if you guys seen that movie. I mean, it was good when she comes back; she gets her revenge. But I'm sorry, she would have been dead. Tina from the New Blood should. Yes, I agree with you, Byron. Absolutely, totally agree on that one. Well, that's it. Yeah, because I mean, in theory, Raccoon. In theory, you figure when you watch Ends, it's supposed to be the end of the story. You basically crushed him, and Lori goes on. You know, she exists. Maybe hooks up with Hawkins. But I thought it would have been great if she mortally wounded him to the point where he was going to die, but he killed her. Sort of like it. Remember when she impales him on the table? He grabs her and chokes her. How great would it have been if she would have choked him because he was going to die anyway. I mean, of course, Allison comes in and saves the day, but what if he, mortally wounded her to the point where he held her there? She like bled out, sort of like he did, or he choked her, and then he went off and died like an animal, which was supposed to be the ending of 2018, where he went off and sits down and basically like an animal when they know they're going to die, they go off to be on their own. That scene, Revenge. It was a good movie, but it's just like, seriously, it was so far-fetched. She impaled and then she comes back and starts killing these people. A little far-fetched. Let's see. Travis says, while it isn't a complaint, by the end of Jeepers Creepers, we wanted Trish to die instead of Derry. I can see that. She was she's kind of annoying. That says, okay, I'm off to watch the second half of Iowa versus UConn. Have a good one, Matt. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you. Hit that like button on the way out. Help a brother out. You think that Yvonne from the Fifth Elf Street movie should have died? Refresh my memory of who Yvonne was now. I probably know better by face. Help me out. I know the Elm Street movies, but the later ones, I'm a little rusty on because I haven't watched them in a minute. Let's see. Just reading the chat and see what here. But I'm sorry to say, I also had some other ones here. What other ones? And then I also have some other ones here. Oh, this one, I actually came up online, but I also was looking at it too. Hoffman from Saw 4. His character was annoying as shit. Very arrogant and annoying as hell. Brett should have. I'll tell him that when he gets back. Who shouldn't have been killed on that horror movie podcast? Brett Patrick. Yeah. So we have an empty seat. So Yvonne was African American girl and Alice. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about now. I could see that. I didn't care much for her character. That's why, reminding me of it, I'm like, yeah, I kind of didn't care much for her. You could have killed her ass off. Travis says, Cheapest Creepers was brilliant in that it takes the character who makes the right choices who makes the character makes the right choices unlikable by not wanting to get involved, while the reckless one is more likable. True. That's very true. Well, that's it. I've had this conversation with people before. I think I mentioned on other podcasts where my wife or my son, who are very educated and much smarter than I'll ever be, when we watch a horror movie, they get aggravated at the choices people make. Why did they do this? Don't go in there. And I go, you have to understand this. They have to make the wrong choices because there'd be no movie. So if you're watching a horror film and they make all the right choices, it's going to be a snooze fest. Mark says, I think they should have killed Tommy Jarvis in 6, then just stopped making them. Nice. You know what? I'm a look at me. They stopped making Halloween movies. I'm totally content with it. Call it blaspheme, but I'm content. I have plenty to watch. They're going to keep coming out with more and more shit for me to buy. They're going to come out with the television series, see how that pans out. But you know what? I'm content because at this juncture, they can only probably really make it worse, truth be told. You know? I mean, with Friday the 13th, you can carry that on because he's a senseless killing. You go near his, to the point where, in theory, it was if you went anywhere near his area, because it wasn't about his mom anymore. It wasn't vengeance. That's long since gone. He just doesn't want you pissing on his territory. You come into his area, you kill him off. But that got thrown out the door when they went to Manhattan. When what do you call it? Where they just left certain areas and just Jason next, they went to space. So at that point, it didn't matter that you were pissed on his territory. So a character like that can keep going on, in my opinion. But when you build a Myers around, Haddonfield, that area, or you do the brother sister arc, you're tied to that storyline. So you always have to build off of it. So I think personally, that's why I think Friday the 13th could go on inevitable. Same thing with Freddy. Freddy wasn't after anybody specific. He wasn't always after Nancy. He was just always after whoever would get inside somebody's dreams. Character that should have died is the annoying bird woman in The Birds from 1963. She did not. Wow, that's an old one too. I gotta go watch The Birds, man. It's been a minute. I was watching Terror in the Isles the other day. It popped up on Pluto, and I love that Terror in the Isles. And they were showing clips from The Birds, and I'm like, man, I haven't watched I'm 52. I probably haven't watched The Birds since I was a kid. Let's see. Because her voice was annoying. Okay. Only because her voice was annoying. Tangina Poltergeist. This house is clean. Yeah, right. Yeah, she was. I'm gonna agree with you. She was kind of annoying. Hoffman should have gotten definitely. Yeah, he was just annoying as hell. I mean, sure, you can even Shawnee Smith to some degree was kind of annoying, and then they even brought her back. And I love Shawnee Smith. I think she's cute as hell. I loved her on The Blob. I loved her on the TV show Becker. But yeah, I think she overstayed her welcome in the Saw franchise. That's just my opinion. Let's see. Characters have died. Let's see if I missed anything here. Speaking of, so I did finally see Starship Troopers recently with Dana Myers. Oh yes, Starship Troopers is great. Funny stuff. Let me see. So I brought up a side. Oh, this is one. I mean, eventually it did happen. So Dewey did get killed eventually in Scream, but I think his character just went on a little bit too long too. So I think it was smart that they finally killed him off. But I think he could. I think personally, I think he could have been killed off in part 3 because he was basically like a hanger-on, hired gun, security guard. He had that limp and he had all sorts of shit. He kind of could have killed him off in part 3 and just called it a day. So, and I like the Scream franchise. So there's no knock, but I think he kind of could have killed him off. And I don't think anybody would have lost any sleep over it. Let's see. Who other ones were here? Oh, Travis. While I love Psycho 3, and I think 2 is better than. Yeah, I know it's a hot take, man, and I'm right there in your corner, Travis. Will you piss off a lot of like classic people, but I'll take Psycho 2 over the OG Psycho any day. It's not a knock because the OG is great, but I love Psycho 2. Psycho 3 was good though, entertaining. Yeah, it would have been good if Norman could have died and another family could have moved in there and they could have did something different. I totally agree. I don't think Psycho needed to go on this a lot further than it did. They could have did something like they did with Bates Motel, and I loved that TV show. Bates Motel was amazing. I love that show. Let's see. Everybody's talking about being sober as I'm drinking a beer, man. I feel bad. My friend and I quote the yes today from Scream 5 all the time. Nice. There was a movie in the 1990s called Bates Motel in which Norman Bates is dead. I didn't see the Bates Motel movie in 1990 slasher, Fred. Truth be told, did not see it. I have to go back and check that out. Kill everyone in Scream 3. I don't know why does Scream 3 get so much hate? I don't mind it. I guess I don't know. I don't really hate it. I love Scream 2. It's right up there with the OG. But Scream 3 I didn't have a problem with. I mean, Scream 3, that's pretty much the only one with a single killer, if I'm correct. So it was interesting. I'll go Frank from Home Alone. Hated that motherfucker as a kid. He was a scumbag, wasn't he? You get a free trip, and he was definitely a hanger-on piece of shit. But yeah, look, we can go through regular movies and see who should have been killed. I could pick a million people that should have been killed in regular movies just that annoyed the shit out of me. But you hit the nail on the head there, Ryan. Uncle Frank, what a dick. What about the female doctor in Saw X? Well, doesn't he kill her at the end? She doesn't get away, right? Am I wrong? I've only seen Saw X once. And I know at the end they get him in the position where they're almost killing him, but I thought, does she survive the end of Saw? I have to go back and watch it. I only saw it once. But yeah, she was a piece of shit for what she did to him. But did she survive? I thought he killed her. Maybe I'm wrong. Look what you did, you little jerk. Nice. Yeah. So she survived at the end. I've only seen Saw X once, and I'm not a big Saw guy. I did like it. I thought it was actually very good. I thought it was one of the better ones, because it was him. All the other ones were basically just torture porn, where they just figured out different ways to up the ante and get people to watch them killing people in weird ways. But at least this one had a backstory where he got screwed, and it was interesting. I did like it. Hot take. And The Good Son, he should have just dropped both of the annoying little shits. Yeah, right? God, good. What a good movie The Good Son is, man. Saw that in the theater. I have to go back and watch it. It's been a long time since I saw that. Let's see who else was on here. Because I know I went through the ones I had. Should have been killed in other films. Or should have been killed earlier. Oh, he's back. I'm trying to think. You missed it. Who was that? Travis that said that? Yeah, that was Ryan. Can you hear me? Oh, you're on mute.
I'm here. All
right, so the best one so far was Ryan Underwood, who said Uncle Frank from Home Alone should have died. He hated that motherfucker as a kid.
Yes, I love it.
I had to make sure you saw that. Shout out to Ryan because I figured you'd love that one.
He look at what you did, you little jerk.
Yeah, look, there you go. Look what you did, you little jerk.
Oh, Ryan, perfect. Yes, perfect. Oh man. Oh God, now I got to think of other ones that are like that. There's probably a few that we're missing.
Oh, well, you could figure right from there. You're sure to Escape from New York. I'm forgetting his name, but Lee Van Cleef's character.
Oh, Bob Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think he. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Did you have anybody on any lists
that should have died?
Yeah.
We named off a handful of them. I had like the Resurrections. I had Gale Weathers. I have more that survived that should have survived than died.
Let's do that though. Let's go to seeing who should have survived. Okay, horror characters that should have survived. All right. One I'll throw out there right off the bat, which is already mentioned, but Rachel Carruthers.
Yep, that's the first one on the list.
Yeah, us Halloween fans. Yeah, I still remember sitting in that theater, and I'm like, seriously, it's like 10 minutes in, I didn't even finish my fucking Twizzlers, and you just killed her off.
Wow. How about you know who I had, and you might agree, Ben from Night of the Living Dead.
Oh,
Maine,
really?
the African American actor. Or, well, we know Tony
I
Todd
I
played him in the remake.
I would agree with you. Yeah, I would, because it was a shock to see what happened to him,
Hmm.
and you rooted for him. He survived, and then yeah, I can see that. Yeah, should have survived.
Yeah, Slasher Fred. Yeah, Slasher Fred's got Nancy. I thought that it was nice to see something like that for that time in the '80s because you didn't see something like that happen when Nancy gets it in Dream Warriors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
for
definitely
me.
one that was on my list.
For
Yeah,
me.
Nancy Thompson. Yeah, she shouldn't. Yeah, shouldn't happen. Yep,
Oh, you don't think it should have happened? Okay, I just okay. Mhm.
I think she should have survived.
Stefan, that's a good one. Danny Trejo, man, because he was so innocent in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
I was good to you, Mikey. Somebody threw in there earlier that Big Joe Grizzly should have survived.
how about how about Roach from People Under the Stairs? That was one I had on there. He was an innocent little fella,
That's true. That's a good one.
the one without the tongue.
Yeah, that was good. Of course, I had on the thumbnail. I put Judy Greer. I don't think she needed to die in Halloween Kills. You could have kept her in there. She could have played
Yeah,
along in Halloween Ends. Really was no need because it was actually a senseless death because what happened in Ends. She was a happy homemaker. She wasn't vengeful. She wasn't even looking for Myers because he killed her. I mean, he killed her fucking daughter. You'd think she would have been worse than she was before 2018 because now you killed her son-in-law and you killed her own daughter, and she's playing happy homemaker. So there was no reason for her to die at all.
you know, do you have any that you thought like I had in the same movie we're talking about with or not Kills? I the Lonnie Elam character. I don't think he should have died only because it was off screen. If you're going to kill him on screen because that's an OG character. That was my problem with that.
I think all the OG characters should have just survived. There was no reason to kill them off. Why bring them back if you're just going to unceremoniously just kill them all off? You know, there was.
Oh,
It's not like they were doing anything.
Bracket. Why did Bracket get it like that? Right?
Yeah, no reason to kill Sheriff Brackett. Yeah, they just brought them all back to kill them, and it was kind of stupid. Let's see. I think that personally, think Demon from Friday 5 should have lived and become the leader for the rest of the film, having to save Reggie and the rest of the kids. Well, he should have survived long enough to finish his shit. Man, all those enchiladas.
Damn enchiladas.
Damn enchiladas. Just gonna shout out Karen. We're just gonna shout out Ken Farina. Yeah, why not? Joe Grizzly could have been a great character. Shout out to Ken. I have to go look and see when he's gonna be at the Mahoney because I gotta go meet up with him.
Joe Grizzly, bitch.
I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch.
Oh, by the way, Pat, I know we're talking chiller. I gotta get a photo op with the Hunter crew. Those two. I think that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, I gotta see how. You know what? They keep adding them. I know you're throwing them in there, so I can see. I gotta go back and do a double check. Did you get your tickets yet in the mail?
No, but they started mailing them out. You probably got yours then if you're that close.
Yeah, I didn't check the mail today. That might have. See, Green Kills. That was retarded to bring them back. It was. Why bring them back? I mean, if you want to kill one out of them, but to kill them all. I mean, well, that's true. Lindsay did survive, but in the end, she was kind of just there. She wasn't really a major player in it, though.
No, she wasn't.
Though the writer said he lives, Creighton Duke and Jason Goes to Hell. Okay.
Is it fair to say Bucky should have survived?
Fucking A, right. Bucky should have survived. I mean, come on. He was like one of our favorite characters. There was no reason to kill the Buckster.
Try that Halloween shit with me.
We wanted to see Bucky come back. We want a backstory on Bucky.
Well, Bucky's in spirit just as a beaver.
Andy in Curse of Chucky.
Oh, Andy does die in Curse of Chucky.
That's right. He does die in Curse of Chucky. I didn't even think of that. Very good. I like that. Macaulay Culkin and My Girl, my little 5-year-old. cry like a bitch.
Well, I would tell you that was rough, Ryan, seeing that for the first time with the whole bee sting thing.
The bee sting, yeah, definitely not fun.
Oh, but it's a significant part of the film. How about the little kid and Pet Cemetery, right? With the semi. Oh God. Oh, just rough.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
it's a big part of the plot, though. It
was big. Yeah, you know what? Then you should have kept Zelda alive to really scare the shit out of people.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, how about that?
Or even what the hell do you call it? What the hell was Perma Munster's name in it?
Fred Gwynn.
No. What was his name?
The one that gets his Achilles. Oh God.
Oh God, I hate that. Why not let him live? That would have been cool. That's kill him off.
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think it makes it even more special that because it leaves you hanging because it's John Carpenter. What's Roddy Piper's name? John in They Live. Imagine maybe if he would have survived. I don't know.
Well, Roddy Piper, yeah.
Roddy Piper's character, John. One of my favorite movies, and I can't even think of his name.
Can't think of his last name. Yeah, even Keith David. Why not? He didn't have to die. They could have killed what's her name off.
Why did Cabby die and escape from New York?
Why'd you have to kill Cabby off? Come on.
Why'd you have to kill Ox Baker with a freaking spiked bat to the back of the head?
Or what the hell's his name? Who was also in Assault on Precinct 13?
Oh, what's his name? Yeah, we know his name. He died during COVID, I think.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Cabby gave it to me. Is there anybody in The Fog that shouldn't have died? No, I think
Mrs. Cobritz. In the opening of part 5, the opening dream sequence where the two grave robbers dig up Boy's grave. I've always thought foreshadowed the 6th movie. Yeah, that's true. I can see that. It did foreshadow, a little foreshadowing. Whoops. Yeah.
I bet you some people think Annie should have survived in Rob Zombie's movies, but I think her death is what makes that so personal and so kind of well done. You just feel for it with that whole scene when at least her dad comes in. When
big what this is Ryan Lester, the Wallace's family dog, and Halloween should have survived.
You know what? How about the adopted parents, Rachel's parents? The freaking Mr. Carruthers. I got a 10:30 with Chuck. Fuck that guy. Die.
Oh, that was the top of our list, Rachel Carruthers. Yeah, she
that's
definitely didn't
the top.
To die.
That was the first one I had. Oh, you know, Pat.
If it's just the Fog, everybody should have survived.
Did you ever see Drag Me to Hell? The main character, Christine. She should have survived. I guess she should have survived.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see who else. Ismael Cruz. Yeah. Oh, it's good to you, Mikey. Yeah.
Yeah. Danny.
I understand why they killed him off because they wanted to make it seem like hey, you can be as good to him as you want to be. He's still gonna kill you. There's no emotion, no nothing.
Hey, some people were probably thinking maybe somebody from the Final Destination movies, but really, I don't think there's as much emotion of people surviving or dying in those movies. You're just waiting to see the next cool death.
That's based. They're like Saw movies. You're just gonna wait to see how fucked up they're gonna kill somebody. Torture porn.
I like them more than Saw. That second movie with that big whole traffic setup. That like the beginning of that film is just batshit crazy.
This I just brought it. I just looked it up because I know I saved a couple to see online what they were saying, and one of them is Dick Halloran, The Shining. Should have died.
Who else can we think of here? How about there was somebody I just had the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Laurie in Resurrection should have survived. Yeah.
Do you think Adrienne King? We talked about it when we watched Friday the 13th Part 2, where she dies at the beginning. Do you think that's necessary?
I think she should have survived. I didn't mind her as a final girl. I mean, we know in real life the reason why she wanted to be killed off.
The whole stalker. Yeah.
But yeah, had that not happened, I think had she not had the stalker, she probably would have came back and things would have been different.
If it was Danielle Harris, Rick, good evening. Thanks for jumping on.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
It's weird with me when it comes to Halloween 6. I think it's like it's JC Brandy. JC Brandy was fine, but once it's a different person playing it, I just don't have the same connection. Pat, I don't know if you felt that way.
No, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I think because if to see Danielle Harris impaled on that grind or whatever the fuck that machine was, yeah, that would have been much more of a shock to people because most people were not, because you're not invested in that Jamie Lloyd like you were before.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't as shocking.
Who was it? Maybe it was the Slaughtered Lamb, our group Facebook page. You see, I didn't realize Dick Warlock was in the Abyss. Did you see that one post somebody had?
No.
I was like, Dick Warlock was in the Abyss? I was like,
I haven't seen the Abyss in a long time, but I didn't even realize he was in it either.
As Richard Warlock.
Oh, right. Because I know, yeah, sometimes he would be credited as Richard Warlock. Sorry, I'm reaching in my handy dandy cooler for a beer ski.
A beverage.
And let's see who else they had on here. This one, it's funny because I was just watching this the other night because it was on Pluto. Jenny Greengrass from Eden Lake. Remember how she survives all that shit?
Oh, yeah.
And then where does she show up? She's up at the house of the people that were fucking doing all this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like, seriously, she just went through all this shit and then you're still going to kill her off.
And I guess it defeats the purpose because the anthology films, usually everybody gets their comeuppance in the anthology. I would have liked the dumbass guy that decided to beat the whatever the creepy thing was, the sewage thing in the raft episode of Creepshow 2. That guy would have survived, but instead he was a little too much of a bitch and just said, I beat you. He was screwed.
That's true. Yeah, that would have been cool to see him survive.
That or the girl with the nice body. I think it's let her survive.
I want the hitchhiker to survive. I want to see what happened to him. Thanks for the ride, lady. Oh, look at Stefan. Ben Tramer in H2. Should have survived. Stacy Nelkin in H3. Look at Stefan's throwing some good ones out. He's going right down the line.
Yeah. Don't nobody say little buddy because I think that's what makes it really effective.
Yeah. Plus he was an annoying little prick anyway. You guys ever see Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen Never Hike Alone, and I've seen Never Hike in the Snow, or I've seen a couple of them.
How about the guy that's got the crutches and Night of the Creeps? CJ? Isn't that his name? CJ? Let CJ survive. He was a little annoying, but let him survive.
You feel bad for him. Yeah, he was trying to do the right thing, and yeah,
I think it's survived. CJ, right? I should know that. I
think so. I forget. Bring back Stacy Nelkin. Yes. Oh, Henry Rollins in Wrong Turn too.
Oh my God!
Nice.
Stacy Nelkin, and anybody that gets a chance to meet her. She's a sweetheart. Did you meet her, Pat? You did, right?
Stacy Nelkin? Yeah. Yep. Very, very nice. Super sweet person.
Byron's got Lonnie from Kills. I did too. My problem is just it was off screen. That was just my biggest issue with it. So
now Lonnie, how would it have been if Lonnie survived and then he sees what happens to Cameron? That would have been interesting.
Because you deal with that trauma. Yeah. Yep. Oh, dude.
That would have been interesting. Well, that's the way we should have saw Lori in Ends, dealing with the trauma of having her daughter killed, and she was baking pies and going on a merry little way, which was a little weird to me. And yes, Robert Longstreet was good. He was actually really good as Lonnie. I liked his character. And as Byron knows, if you join us for the Halloween Kills book club, and there's a lot more to him that you don't know, that you see on screen, how he actually wrote books about Myers, about paranormal stuff. There's a whole backstory on Lonnie that you don't see in Kills, in the film, rather.
How about...
We'll check out the book club, damn it.
How about the homeless dude? I would like to have seen him die another way. It was just too quick.
The homeless dude in Ends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let him die another way.
Give me that mask. Go in there. You give me that mask. Why did you let you live? And did you read the Ends novelization yet?
No, Pat. I'm so sorry.
Because I know I've talked about it, and not to be spoilery, but there's a huge backstory on that guy in the novelization. There's a reason he's there. He's not just there because he's.
I knew you told me. Now I'm gonna have to. I got to make it a priority and read it.
Yeah, there's a backstory on him and Myers have a history, and I don't want to spoil it by telling everybody that has not read it. But yeah, there's a reason. There's a whole other backstory to that guy. Who I think that's the character that I think Nick Castle should have played.
Remember we talked about it because he kind of has that look to him, right?
He could have been like his brother or something like that. That would have been great for him. I mean, I like to see anything like Scarecrow. It was kind of fun to see Nick do something funny, but I think it would have been better for him to do that.
Did anybody want to see the homeless guy or the bum guy survive in H3 that was drinking some of the booze from Dr. Chalice?
Oh yeah, the colonel from
loses his head.
The colonel from Return of the Living Dead.
Oh yeah, pork chops or whatever, right? Oh, I had that for lunch. The dickhead, right? That's the same guy, Pat. I never knew that.
That's the same guy. Yeah. Ray Connor says Muffin the dog from Friday the 13th. That is, if you believe the ending was a dream. Interesting. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because that there's a whole theory that it's a dream. Was that did everybody ever ask them if that was a dream? Because I never read into that.
No, yeah, like it could be either way, right?
Yeah. That's it right there. He says to Paul, Jenny, where's Paul? That's the whole reason why people say that was a dream, because you're like, well, if he came through there, he was going to kill them. There's no way she would have survived. Oh, here's one good one. I forgot about that. I was thinking about it the other day. Crazy Ralph should have survived.
Really? Okay.
I think he should have lasted a little bit longer. Because you figure in part 3, they have the guy, he gave me this, the eye, the 3D eye. He didn't need it. He could have had Ralph keep going.
Why not, what's his name from Friday 13th 3? Larry Zerner. What's the guy's name? The one that had the hockey mask. What's his name? Shelley. Why not? Everybody looks at him like as annoying or looks like a little wussy. I like Shelley.
Yeah, let the guy that, the guy. Why not? The guy gave you the iconic mask. Well, he should have survived.
I don't know, man. That's some bullshit. Hey, how about Henry Winkler in Scream? As the principal. He's a nice guy. Let him survive. Oh,
he says, in my canon, Muffin lives. Well, that's it. I know there's a whole backstory. People say that's a dream because it does not make sense. I know I addressed it when I did my what ifs. Like, what the fuck happened? She's like, just one minute he's jumping through the glass and she's on a gurney. Where's Paul? Where's Paul? I don't know. Why are you still alive? That's a good one too, Steph. And Tommy Ross, because he was doing the right thing in Carrie and he ended up getting killed.
How about the hitchhiker guy from the final chapter? What's the guy's name? That's going at it with Jason in the basement.
Oh God, he's killing me! Yeah. He's killing me! Shit, I should put him on my annoying list.
Oh God,
he's killing me! Oh.
Somebody stop him! That's so good.
Holy shit! Forgot about that. Yeah. Carrie White. No, well, Carrie White had to die. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
She had to die.
This blue popcorn bourbon's going
Steph
quick.
did mention Shelley. Yep. Bruce Campbell and Maniac Cop 2.
Oh, wait a minute. Somebody had to have said it, and maybe I just missed it. How about Atkins and Night of the Creeps?
No, nobody did. Nobody mentioned that.
Oh shit! How about that, man?
Yeah, you talked about
CJ,
but yeah, that's true. Atkins, and yeah, he could have survived, and actually they could have did something with that and moved on a little bit more, and they could have brought back another story. I mean, granted, it wasn't a runaway hit, but it didn't do horrible for what it was. I'm sure it was a low budget film.
Was there anybody in the Dawn of the Dead movies, either the remake or the original, that survived? I think the buddy of Ken Foree, but that was a big part of him when he was slowly turning after getting bit. That's a big part of the plot hole, though, or the plot line. The other soldier.
I see what you did there, Stefan. Debbie Sue. Why she should have survived.
Oh, the greatest tatas.
Two main reasons why she should have survived.
Fun bags.
Fun bags. Chris Nelson is partner in 2018, but they should come back as zombies, right?
Nobody said the bonehead cops in the in H5.
Oh God, no! They can stay. They can stay
dead.
Yeah, please keep them down. We don't need that. Nobody needs to see that.
Which I still can't believe that the guy, the one cop, that's is that the one that's driving? Not the one with the dark hair. The other guy, the lighter haired guy. That's the anchorman from the first Die Hard movie. Eat it, Harvey. Remember that? Same guy. Same.
That is him, right?
It is him. Yeah.
It is him. Wow. Holy shit.
You and I were looking stuff up about it, and we saw that. We were like, oh my God, that's the same actor.
Yeah, that's right.
Harvey, we're on the air. And he's giving like Richard Thornburg the look, oh, I'm going to kill you.
Rick says, Shelley should have been Jason's sidekick in the future Friday the 13th sequels. Could you imagine?
Oh my God, yes.
Oh, Joe would have been happy with that. Sean's mom and Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, because that's a good one, Stefan. Yeah. Yeah, William Atherton, who I just saw in the new Ghostbusters film. He came back as Walter Peck.
Well, in that case, why not? Bill Murray. Let Bill Murray survive in Zombieland.
Did you know they made a Funko Pop of him from Zombieland? I thought that was hysterical.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Oh, the stepdad. That's right. The stepdad was Bill Nye, the science guy.
I swear, Pat, I just saw that's what I saw the new Ghostbusters film today. I could have sworn like Bill Murray, the few scenes he's in, they let him do whatever the fuck he wanted. Like
I think at this point in his career, I think they just say, you know what, just let him do what he's going to do. Because I heard he's very difficult to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's not exactly the friendliest when people run into him at Wrigley Field too, which is kind of a killer. But
I've not seen it, but so what'd you think of it? Did you like it?
Oh, did you see the last one?
Yes,
I enjoyed it. I don't know if you felt the same way. I love the last one for the nostalgia and everything. If you remember what Joe had said, it's very I watched the cartoon like Joe did. It does have the cartoon aspects. It's very overblown when it comes to the story, but come on, it's a ghost with comedy and stuff. But yeah, if you can they'll take it too seriously, you'll have fun with it. I was happy to see Dan Aykroyd because Dan Aykroyd's kind of retired pretty much. Dan Aykroyd's actually in it a decent amount. He's in it, I think, more than Ernie Hudson is.
Really?
And of course, Bill Murray's in it for just a little bit. Yeah.
That's the guy that sold his soul to the devil. Ernie Hudson looks exactly the same.
You know what? And I think if you follow the other Ghostbusters really well, like when they go to Bill Murray's office, he's Dr. Venkman, they do that whole the testing of questions and shit again.
Do they?
Yeah, but that's all I'll leave it at. So never mind.
Yeah, I definitely got to watch it. I did enjoy the last one.
And Paul Rudd just fits everything involved with that. Like he's the right guy to be in that, to be like the male lead with these, to take over and be the next guy. So, and
you watched what the hell was the other movie, the horror movie you watched the other day? I've been meaning to watch.
You will love it, Pat, because because
what's it called again?
Late Night with the Devil.
Late Night with the Devil. Yeah, I watched it the other night, but I was falling asleep, so I didn't want to fall asleep during it.
And my brother even said it too when we saw it. He's like, Pat's close to my age, and the talk shows were big. Late night talk shows were big in the 70s. This takes place in the 70s.
Johnny Carson was there every night.
Yes, and it's
Tom Snyder.
They heavily involve Carson and this guy competing, his show to compete with Carson's because Carson was killing it in the ratings. But the things that happen, Yeah, you won't take your eyes off of it, Pat. If you don't like it as much as I am, I'd be surprised. I was very impressed. The guy's from Chicago. I know the main guy from Suicide Squad. He was in the last Suicide Squad film. He's pretty funny. So you'll enjoy it. It's got its moments. So if anybody
check it out.
Anybody in the chat see Late Night with the Devil? I'm curious.
Yeah, let us know, because I know he was watching the other day, and I've been meaning to watch it myself.
Yeah, I give it out of 4. I give it 3 stars.
I saw that you were watching, and I said, shit, I should watch it so we can talk about it, and I was just falling asleep. I'm like, I can't do it.
I didn't know if you would find it or whatnot. It's supposed to be on Shudder, and it's not on Shudder yet. Maybe next week.
Where did you?
I saw it in the theater. Oh, I saw it on the big screen. I went to go see it.
Okay, so it's not streaming anywhere yet.
It's supposed to be streaming on Shudder here this month sometime.
Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'll have to wait till it's streaming, because I know I have 0 time to get to the theater. 0.0.
You know what's funny with Travis? I'd be curious with Travis's opinions on stuff. I'd be very curious to hear what he thinks of it too. Yeah,
definitely have to check it out. Awesome. Which leads us in. We should talk about what we watched. I did watch a few things. So throw some more in the chat if you want. Horror characters that should have survived, or those that definitely should have died. Throw them in the chat afterwards, or in the comments below. Let us know, because we do monitor it. I do check it out. I do watch.
Yeah.
So actually, we do have a movie review of part 5, which we were originally going to do, but those that know, we're going to bump it in favor of the anniversary of Silent Rage. So we'll watch Silent Rage on Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
But let's do it out of order. We'll do a quick. What did you watch this week? Because I did watch, because it's been 2 weeks, and I did watch a decent amount of shite. So
you watched some other stuff too? Okay.
Yeah, I did watch some stuff. Nothing too crazy. I did try to remember to write it down so I wouldn't forget it. So let's see. Shit, why can't I find anything here tonight? Let's see what everybody watched. So what everybody watched. So I watched a few things I wrote down. So for those that don't know, we did watch the April Fool's Day this past Tuesday, April 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
That was our watch along. We didn't watch it on the actual April Fool's Day, but we did watch it on Tuesday, that was a lot of fun. It was I'd seen bits and pieces of it. It always pops up on Pluto TV, but it's been a while since I watched it from start to finish. I watched The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the remake with Donald Sutherland. Love that movie.
Oh, the remake in the 78, 79, really good.
Such a great movie. That I watched that. I watched Rollerball. Shout out to my neighbor Mike. We were hanging out one night watching Rollerball.
Jimmy Caan, baby.
James Caan and Halloween 3, Mr. Macon, John Houseman.
Oh, I hear Dune 2. Stefan said Dune 2. I saw the last Dune. I haven't seen this one, but I guess it's supposed to be really good. I will definitely see that sometime. Oh, everybody's talking about this Omen, right? A lot of people are liking it. You saw Jeremy Moorhead liked it.
I know. I saw Darren said he was watching it tomorrow. So, is it streaming anywhere, or is it in the theater?
It's theater.
Damn it! I just don't have time to go to the theater. I got shit I'm doing tomorrow. I got shit on Sunday. Actually, Sunday, since you know what, maybe Sunday I'll go, because maybe I'll take my daughter, because we're not doing a podcast Sunday night. Maybe I'll go to the movies. I watched. I told you how we Brett and I and Bill were talking about, if they ever scared, we're talking about watching Tales from the Dark Side, which we should figure out a way to start that. I'm sitting there the other night. I told you this, that channel Comet. Watch a Rollerball. What comes on at like 3 o'clock in the morning? But Tales from the Dark Side. I was like, I was like a kid. Right. I'm like, yes. I was like, holy shit, Tales from the Dark Side. So I watched Tales from the Dark Side, 2 episodes of that. And I finally, after a year, got around to watching Spinning Gold. So, and it's not a horror movie. Spinning Gold is the story of Neil Bogart, who is the record executive who started Casablanca Records, and he was famous for signing a bunch of famous bands. But when he started his own record label, his first band that he signed was Kiss.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so I finally got around to watching it, and he was like a larger than life guy. He was like the P.T. Barnum of like music, and he died at a young age. He died at like cancer. Jesus Christ, in his late 30s, back in '82. But
Damn.
he signed Kiss, Parliament, Funkadelic, Donna Summer, The Village People, all the disco shit. They did all that stuff. So interesting movie called Spinning Gold.
Spinning Gold. Okay.
It was actually done by his son. His son wrote and directed it. Interesting.
Oh, so you've had a few. You did not watch Roadhouse, the new one, did you?
No, that's one I have. No, it is because I've been so busy. Like every time I sit down, I start to fall asleep. So even Spinning Gold, I watched in 2 sittings because I was falling asleep. Not because it was boring, because I was so fucking tired. Like I said, for those that don't know, I got up at 4:15 this morning, and I didn't get home from work till 20 after 9. So I've had a busy ass week.
Work at construction. Shit sucks.
And well, I was 2 different jobs. I had to go from one job to the next, so it just sucks. What the hell am I doing? I need to hit the lottery. This blows. Let's see. Iron Giant. Oh God, my son loved that. The Iron Giant.
Yeah, I don't think I ever watched it, shockingly, and a lot of people liked it.
You ever watched the Iron Giant? Oh, Terrence loved the Iron Giant as a kid. We watched Freddy Got Fingered. Great movie.
Daddy, would you like some sausage? Yeah, that remake, the Don't Tell Mom Babysitter's Dead. I don't know, Slasher Fred. It's tough. There's so many people that are in that original that even Pat and I were just connected with. We're talking, well, obviously, Christina Applegate, Danielle Harris. Even Keith Coogan. Keith Coogan was in Adventures of Babysitting, which I love that film, and he's the one older brother in it. Who else are we missing from that? Oh, what's his name? God, what's Gus? Remember Gus in that film? He's the bad guy in Men at Work. He's the guy that runs the.
I did not know they were doing a remake of them.
The trailer's out there, Pat. You'll be like, oh God.
Oh, really? I did not know that. That's why I was like, what? Huh? But I was doing. Yes.
I assume you like the original, right? I would assume.
I love the original. Yeah, love it. The original. So yeah, I watched the original Rollerball. Yeah, from the '70s with James Caan and John Houseman and who's the other?
Sue Ellen, you're in big trouble, young lady.
Who was the cute girl in it too? She was cute as hell.
Who? In what?
Rollerball. James Caan's chick. She was cute as hell. I can't think of her name.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, look at this. International Man of Mystery popped in the chat. Rob Windsor, what's up?
Rob, how the hell are you?
How the hell are you doing? Damn it. Oh, restaurant's closed. It's 11:30 here. I did not know they would come. I'm just
Are we thinking of Maud Adams, who played Ella? Is that who you're thinking of, Pat?
What, in Rollerball?
Yeah, Maud Adams. She played Ella.
Yeah, she was cute as hell. Very cute, yes.
And you got Mackie, played by Pamela Hensley. Yep.
There's a bunch of cute girls in that, as a matter of fact.
Daphne, played by Barbara Trentham. Girl in Library, played by Nancy Blyer. Okay.
Girl in Library. I love that.
That's what it says.
Do you know who I am? You know who the fuck I am?
I'm the fucking girl in the library, bitch.
That's who I am.
Rob, how are you, bud? Happy Friday.
Oh yeah, Iron Giant. Yeah. Oh God, Terrence loved that. I still have this. I still have the freaking DVD from when he was a kid. Let's see. Busy. So busy. Yeah, I can only imagine. Yeah. But what'd you watch? Do you have anything written down? Obviously, you would know. You watched
Late Night with the Devil.
Late Night with the Devil.
Since I watched the Roadhouse remake when we were
Roadhouse.
When I was out of town. I watched it over a couple of days. I hate to even call it a remake. They obviously using the character name, using the title. It's a different film. It's an entirely different film.
What's it streaming on?
Amazon Prime, so you're able to watch it.
Yeah, because so if I end up going to Detroit, maybe that might be. So I'm sitting in a hotel room. That might be something I can catch up on.
I actually did enjoy it. It's nothing compared to the original. I watched the original actually last night again. It just doesn't compare. But I'll say this: it's what they changed about it was fine. It's nothing like the other one. It's in a class of its own. I don't know if it'll age well. Maybe it will. Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I always found him to be.
I never had a problem with him. Not at all.
decent actor. I think he's kind of responsible for us
for the trilogy because
for the
he talked Jamie Lee.
trilogy. Yes.
He talked her into coming back. Yeah.
Yeah, and I got a real good. He was at a con here, and I met him, and he was a real nice guy. So that Conor McGregor,
Yeah,
the MMA fight, the UFC fighter, he's kind of he's overly annoying in it, which is the problem I have.
Just like real life.
Yeah, and even further. Oh yeah! Oh God, Travis! Oh God, that sequel was so bad. They killed off the Dalton character, and Patrick Swayze, I think, was still alive when it happened. It was terrible.
I've never seen part 2. I'd never had a desire to see part 2.
I think it was straight to DVD.
Be honest with you. Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't realize the Jeff Healey band. So Jeff Healey passed away. I never realized that until recently.
Yeah, he's been dead now. Jesus, it's got to be 15 years now. I saw Jeff Healey.
So you saw him. So that must have been.
I saw him live.
A blind guitarist like that play. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I saw him at the Stone Pony in Asbury Park.
You know what? He was pretty damn talented. He had a good voice, and he seemed to.
Oh, amazing guitar player. To play the way he played with it sitting on his lap, it's just like, oh my! It's like, holy shit! Yeah, and he was great live. And he died.
What did he die of? I never. Did he?
He was born. He had cancer, and that's what took his eyesight, and it cleared up. I guess that he beat it, but it came back later in life, and that's what killed him.
Yep, and you know what? That's every time I hear about that stuff, that's why checkups are the most important thing. Keep up with your checkups. Don't procrastinate. Get in there as quick as you can. So if anything comes back.
Yeah, that's it, man. Slasher says,
sorry.
I have seen one of the TV spots for the first Omen. It looks like something out of this. Yeah, well, you know what? They filmed it the same way with that like
right Slasher,
like blushed, like that blushed look. I've seen the trailer.
That bland 70s.
Awesome.
See, he took the words out of my mouth. Slasher. Yeah, Pat, he's right. It's got that bland, that 70s look.
Yeah. Because I knew it was coming out, but I didn't really search out what it was about. And I did see the trailer the other day, so I watched it. I'm like, it looks like I mean, obviously we know it's a prequel, but it looks exactly like you could put it in the front of the OG.
Oh,
the way it's made. It's got like that. I don't know what they call that type of to me it's like a blushed look, like it's almost like a foggy look, like that's foggy, like that 70s look, and it looks just like it could easily be part of the original. Travis,
good night, man. Good seeing you in here. Thanks, bud.
Awesome. Travis, thanks for popping in.
Keep up, stay healthy. Don't hurt yourself in those videos.
Come watch. Did you see Silent Rage, Travis? Come hang out on Tuesday. Watch Silent Rage. I'm sure you have. I don't know how the hell he has time to watch all this shit he sees.
So I don't know how you do it. Did I tell you? No, you and I haven't talked about this. So my wife is just over my shoulder as I'm watching on Instagram, and I was watching one of Travis's last videos. My wife's like, who the hell are you following that's skateboarding? You haven't done any of that shit since you were younger. I'm like, oh, he's a friend of our podcast.
You'll bust a hip
in our chat room. She's like, wow, that's pretty cool. I was like, yeah, dude, I told him he's very knowledgeable for his age too.
I don't know how you know as much as you do at your age, man. I really don't know. Holy shit. It cracks me up. But yeah, so that's what we watched, man. Throw some more in the chat. Let us know what you guys watched.
I think I told Lisa, I go, Lisa, he's looking forward to Beverly Hills Cop 4 as much as I am. She's like, what? Anyways.
Something wrong with that, boy.
Yeah. Nah, there's nothing wrong. It's fine.
So yeah, let us know. Throw them in the chat after the fact, and we'll so I'm gonna have to change this because original plan was review of Friday the 13th Part 5 because that's what we were gonna watch, but we changed it on the fly. So let me just change this real quick. So we're gonna do Silent Rage, right?
Yeah, or we're gonna review Silent Rage now. Oh shit, I was gonna watch it again. But
we've both seen it though. We should be able to do it.
I've seen it. Yes, I could do it quick. I'll do it. Yeah.
Rage. What year was Silent Rage?
It's the 42nd anniversary, so it's got to be 83.
I can't do math.
82.
I was gonna say I can't do math.
Let me pour something again. Mm-hmm. Man, Pat, I'm going to town here.
That always every time this. See, I grew up with the original Saturday Night Live, and when Chevy Chase, they were doing a mock debate Because Chevy Chase always played Gerald Ford, and Dan Aykroyd always played Jimmy Carter. So they were doing a mock debate because they were obviously running against each other, and Jimmy Carter won in '76. So if you watch the debate, they're talking about all the economics and all these different numbers, and Chevy Chase is like, well, to my knowledge, I was told there'd be no math. He just tells it so dry. So every time somebody's like, we have to do math, I go, to my knowledge, there was not supposed to be any math.
Math. Pat, shit, dude. You know what I did watch? And I watched the wrestling movie that I never saw, The Iron Claw. I did watch that shit.
Oh, nice.
I would be curious what you thought of that, too. I know there's only probably so much you knew about the Von Erich family. I know you knew the name, probably.
I know the name, yes.
I watched that sometime. It's well made. It's very depressing because it's about pretty much a family curse. So,
The Omen 76 is on YouTube for free. Oh, really?
747.
Oh, Stephanie never saw Silent Rage? Oh, you got to come on Tuesday night and watch Silent. You got to see what it's streaming on.
So,
you got to watch Silent Rage. It's awesome.
To go back on Roadhouse with Jeff Healey Band, it came across my feed. I guess Mondo's released like the Lost Roadhouse soundtrack featuring Jeff Healey Band. I'm gonna have to buy
that. And you buy his. I have all his discs. They're so good, man.
So you saw him play. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, so I'm at Stone Pony, legendary place where Springsteen started in Asbury Park.
Yeah, I'd give it 8 out of 10, Stefan. Yeah.
12, 13. Oh, he was Steve. I want to review New Beginning. You got to watch this. You know what? I'll tell you right now. I could do both. I can go both ways. So part 5 has 2 main things in it that I love. Demon. No, I'm kidding. Debbie Sue Voorhees. It's a fun movie. It's a different take on things. Probably my favorite Jason hockey mask. I love the blue lines on it.
You and I've talked about that, yeah.
Yep, love the blue lines on it. And I liked how they tried to do something different. And to me, the movie's fun. You know, it's got great characters. It's got Ethel, who's a lot of fun.
Would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, exactly. The little boy. What was the little boy's name?
Reggie
the Reckless. Yep. He was fun. My biggest thing was the guy that played Tommy Jarvis looked like he was way too old for that fucking part.
He looked pissed off, which he played it pretty well.
Yeah. And Ethel was fun. There was a lot of good characters in it.
Shut the fuck up.
Would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah. To me, out of 10, I'd give 5. 6.5.
I would be with you on 6.5. Yep.
Yeah. I love 5. Every time it's on, I'll watch it. And what the hell is the one girl's name is Violet with the robot dance?
Oh yeah. With the goofy hair or the
I love it.
I don't want to call her a goth chick, but she's kind of like
Yeah, I like it. It's exactly. I enjoyed the characters. The characters were fun and memorable.
It's showtime, Lana.
Lana, that's right. It's a fucking nitwit.
You know what? You and I, we've talked about this because our old one of our old podcast hosts, Michael, he loves Friday 13th Part 5. We watched it together. I think. Well, we've said it before. It's the Halloween 3 of the Friday the 13th series. It arguably is. It's not Jason, even though it's not Jason the first one. I get that, but it's fun. Maybe some people say it might not have aged well, but hey, we have a connection to Halloween, right? Who's our killer, right? Who played the killer here? We got our Halloween 4 connection here.
Oh God.
What's his name?
Shit. Hold on, don't say it. Tom Morgan.
Tom Morgan.
Yep, that's
a lot
true.
Of fun. This might be one of the better. No, God, because every Friday 13th film seems to has their share of real good looking women actresses in it, and this one's got their share of them. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah, well, I was directed by a guy who did like softcore porn.
Yeah, there's
big fan. God bless him.
Damn enchiladas. There's another Return of Living Dead reference. I forget the actor's name, but
That's right. I forget his name. You guys ever see the alternate ending in the fourth Friday the 13th movie? They kind of reveal the fate of Tom H versus mom. No. Didn't. Is that part of the extras on one of the discs? Because I don't have it. No, I don't know that. Well, Brett brought up something good. Shameless plug. How he's comparing how Friday Part 5 is like the season of the witch of the franchise. About a year ago, I did a video on this channel comparing H5, not H5, the New Beginning to H3, and said who did it better. Go check it out.
That's right. We did do that, didn't we?
Yes, we did. So go check that out. So that is our review. I mean, we just did a review. We did a review anyway, but we'll do a quick review of what. So Stefan, hold on a second. So you have between now and Tuesday to watch this film. He's like, I'm not going to watch a film I haven't seen. You have between now and Tuesday. Go watch Silent Rage. You'll enjoy it.
Yes, it's the Michael Myers to Chuck Norris films.
Basically, it's the only movie where you'll see Chuck Norris in a sex scene. And his deputy is Flounder from Animal House. So let me see where I want to see where it's streaming. Silent Rage. I truthfully don't. I actually I might have it on my thumb drive, but let's see anyway. It's on Tubi for free.
Start the car, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. Rat-a-tat-a-tooey. So it's on Tubi for free.
The fucking greasers, dude. The fucking greasers are so good.
Yeah, that should be a top 5. The most out of place characters in horror films. Those guys are at the top of the list. Where did the greasers end up in fucking Friday Part 5? Why are there a bunch of greasers? Yeah, I only place it's showing up is it says Tubi.
It's not on Prime either. You can't pay for a pay-per-view or
usually it shows up. But yeah, let's see. Edit services.
Start the car,
that's
motherfucker.
Weird. Start the car, motherfucker. It's gotta be screaming someplace else because I mean I'll watch it for free on Tubi, but I don't want to deal with the fucking commercials. But yeah, definitely go watch it. So we'll do a quick review of Silent Rage. I changed it real quick.
We're doing a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, it's a Friday night and we're just going off the cuff. Fuck it.
Oh, here you go. Rent or buy. What's it say? You can rent it for freaking $3.99 or buy it for $12.99
on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do that just so I don't have to deal with the commercials. So Silent Rage. I found this movie on a Friday night watching Skinamax.
Is Ron Silver the villain? I'm sorry. Is he the villain?
No, Ron Silver is the brother of the hot girl that Norris is banging.
Thank you. Okay. It's been a while since I've seen it. I'm going to watch it again before we do. Anyways.
So the premise is there's this guy, John Kirby, who it starts out with him. He's like losing his mind. He's got mental issues. And he actually is calling his shrink saying, I need help. And then he just finally snaps and kills his father, kills his mother, and the cops take him down. They shoot him, and he goes off to the hospital. And I'm going to spoil the whole movie, but long story short, Ron Silver and another guy who are doctors have this serum where they're testing to bring people back to life, and they just one guy gets obsessed with it. And he's sort of injecting with so much shit, he's invincible.
He's self-healing.
He's like you shoot him and cut him, he just heals right away.
Unbelievable.
And he turns it basically he's like a Michael Myers, and he's going off killing people. And then you have Chuck Norris, who's the sheriff, who's doing his own thing, but then tries to track him down. And it turns out that I'm telling the whole story of the movie, so I don't want to spoil it for people. But it's got Chuck Norris in it in a sex scene, and the girl's cute as hell. Nice boobies. She should have made our list. And Ron Silver plays her brother. He's one of the doctors that works at the lab. And it's got some great fight scenes. It's got some Chuck Norris fight scenes, right? A la the biker bar. It's got the typical Chuck Norris fight scenes. And the best part of it, the most out of place thing, is the deputy is Flounder from Animal House. Was that Stephen Dorff?
No, that's not Stephen Dorff. He was super young then, Pat.
It's not Stephen. It's not Stephen Dorff. It's Stephen something is the guy that played Flounder.
Keats. Stephen Keats.
I know it was Steven something. Right? I think he just died. Didn't he just pass away? Does it show he's dead? I could be wrong, but I thought he passed away.
And dead 30 years, Pat. Died 94. Unbelievable. Had no idea.
Was it that? No, really?
He's Jack Toby in Death Wish. I remember that. This is his fourth top billing film he has, behind Death Wish, Black Sunday from 77, and Friends of Eddie Coyle.
No. Flounder, Stephen First. I'm like, he only died in 2017.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was looking at the Dr. Philip Spires. See, you probably saw on here if you look.
There you go. Yeah, Stephen First, definitely. I'm like, no. I'm like, I know he only died a couple years ago. I'm like, am I losing my mind?
Okay. I will
That's like,
blame
what did I miss?
myself for part of it. Okay.
That's okay. I'm like, I know it was only a couple years ago that he passed away.
If anybody that hasn't seen this, don't think it's 1982. So you're not seeing any self-healing stuff. You're not. It's just
it's not too.
It's imagination at your finest.
It's not Terminator 2 healing shit.
Yeah.
The plot for Silent Rage sounds like the plot for Reanimator with the serum. Yes, exactly. Have you seen it, Celestial Friend? It's sort of like that. It's like a reanimated serum. Very good analogy there.
Pat and I have talked about this before since we've known each other. Like my father, because he knew he had me. I watched Halloween probably because of him and my brother. Like, he's like, you're gonna watch this. You're gonna think of Michael Myers right away because the guy keeps on coming. The guy's so that's how I was introduced to the film. But I love Chuck Norris, so I'm a Chuck Norris fan.
We did watch this on the old podcast because I remember talking about it, and Michael hadn't seen it, and I don't think Joe had seen it. We all watched it together. That's right. We did watch it on the old podcast.
We really watched this, Pat? Oh, fuck. Are we going to redo it again? Should we just redo it?
No, it was on the old podcast, though. It wasn't on this one.
Yeah, so should we just redo it since it's the anniversary? Or
yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
There you go.
Let me see. Where's my... I'm going to just double check right now.
I don't know where Moody's mind is.
Positive we did it.
Moody's mind's got a lot going on. We love Moody's mind.
So watch alongs.
Joe's probably going to
do
get
it
up
on
6 a.m. or some shit. I just know we reviewed it. I didn't know if we watched it. We did.
Look, maybe I'm wrong. Did we do it on our podcast? I mean, hold on one second here. Hold on.
I really don't remember watching it.
So I have a database. So because I don't remember things anymore at all. So did we do it? Let's see.
Man, Pat, you haven't seen that, huh? Wow. Matt, have you seen Code of Silence because you're a Chicago guy? That's the movie I kind of grew up with Chuck Norris.
Where we watched it, but we did not watch it on either one.
Did you see Code of Silence, Pat, the Chicago cop movie with Chuck Norris? Have you seen Code of Silence?
No. Nope. I know of it, but I did not see it.
Directed by Andrew Davis, who did a lot of, Fugitive, Chain Reaction, Under Siege. He did a lot.
Oh man, you gotta watch Silent Rage. You'll enjoy it. A lot of fun.
Code of Silence is interesting because it's like a combination of a couple different drug cartels like competing against each other in Chicago. So
yeah, I definitely should check it out. I know the movie. I never saw it. Reanimator. Oh, I love Reanimator. It made my top boob list because I love me some Barbara Crampton in that.
Matt, I knew you knew Andrew Davis, even though he's a Southsider fan.
See. Yeah, Flounder's dead. I knew he died a couple years ago.
Man, I might have to. I don't know if you can watch it for free. I'm surprised you haven't seen Code of Silence. I would think you would like Code of Silence.
No, I know of it. I'm going to put it on my list because I'm always looking for stuff to watch. I just never got around to watching it. I'm going to maybe on Sunday. Sunday might be a bad day to catch up on things.
1985.
Davis is the best director as far as showing.
Oh, it's on Pluto, Roku, and Tubi, so it's on a few different things.
The Fugitive, amazing. Above the Law, amazing. The Package, good too. Yeah, that's good movies right there.
I forgot about Above the Law in The Package. There you go, Matt. Yeah.
So I didn't want to spoil but I could just do this whole movie because I know this movie so well. So for me, I'd give out of a 10. I'd give this movie. I have a lot of fondness for this movie because it was from '82. I saw it at an early age, very reminiscent of a Myers type thing. So for me, Honestly, this is probably a 7.5.
Silent Rage.
Yeah, for me, it's a 7.5. A lot of nostalgia for this movie for me.
I'm gonna just go a tad bit lower. I'm just gonna go 7. I'm gonna
Big
go
fans.
7.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a great score. It's very nostalgic for me because I used to watch it so much as a kid. One of those movies when we talked about the VCR days when I first got a VCR. I remember taping this off of HBO or Cinemax and just having my own copy and watching it. And the guy that played John Kirby was great. Doc, I'm really losing it. I need some help, Doc.
If my dad didn't have bad hearing aids right now, and if he wasn't 80 years old, if he was a little bit younger, I'd be calling him right now to join in and talk about Silent Rage.
That's awesome. So yeah, hopefully everybody joins us since we changed it on the cuff because Brett reminded me that it's the anniversary of Silent Rage. So we're going to do Silent Rage on Tuesday.
Watch Silent Rage, great.
Which works out well because this a week from tomorrow, the 13th is next Saturday, the 13th is the 40th anniversary of Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. So next Saturday we're going to do a watch along in honor of the 40th anniversary. So that actually works out better because I was actually going to do 5. We were going to watch 5 this Tuesday, so it's better to bump it to the following so we can stay in order.
I should see if even though I don't know what my dad would do, I'm going to be up by my parents on Tuesday. Just Dad, get in here. Let's watch Silent Rage.
Yeah. Oh, how cool would that be to see the Papa Stortenbecker watching it with us?
Oh my God!
That'd be
fucking 80-year-old guy just cranking away.
Oh, that'd be absolutely hysterical if it came on.
We can have a beer.
So let us know in the chat if you've seen it. Give a ranking from out of 10. And in the chat, let us know, and we'll be here on Tuesday night to watch it. So I have to do a little rearranging. I only made a thumbnail, so I didn't delve too much into it. But the rest of the night, what do we got left? We did what did we watch? We did this.
Our top 5 annoying. Top 5 annoying, right? That's what
yes. Looking forward to this. We're going to do our top 5. It's been a while since we did a top 5 because I always put them out as a standalone video. I'm like, shit, I haven't put one out in a while because we haven't done a top 5 in a while. So, where is our top 5 intro? Let's do our top 5 for the week. So this week we're doing our top 5 annoying characters in horror. And Lord knows there's plenty of them. So I'm sure we're expecting a lot that's going to show up. So I did my top 5. I know everybody was mentioning Larry Vaughn from Jaws.
Mayor Larry Vaughn.
That was my honorable mention, but for my number 5, I know I put them in order here. Oh, my number 5, love this film. One of my favorite movies from my childhood. I watch it all. I could put it on all the time because it's like comfort food. But man, was she annoying as fuck in this movie. Barbara, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I was tempted to put Barbara.
She was annoying as shit. I just love what's going on. He's like, just calm down. No. I just calm down. She was annoying as shit in Night of the Living Dead. I'm sorry. It's one of my favorite films, man. But oh god, was she annoying as hell.
Bad.
So, Barbara, they're coming to get you, Barbara.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Raccoon Eye says the most annoying for her was the crazy religious lady in The Mist.
Yeah, you're talking about Mary. What's her name?
What's her name? I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
She was. Yeah, you just wanted her to die.
Yeah.
So Pat, you know who I have as my number 5, and it's probably because he fucked up my poster. Is Spitz from Halloween 5?
All right, he's gonna make my list. I'm not gonna tell. Well, I'll do like you did the last time, and I'll tell you where he lands on the list. So Spitz from Part 5. God, he was so fucking annoying.
Make a long story short, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, He's a big LA Dodgers fan, and he saw me with I had Chicago Cubs stuff on. He wrote "Go Cubs" on my fucking poster, and then he fucked up writing it, like the pen was leaking and shit.
You should have said. You should have told him. Said, "Look, as if you weren't annoying as fuck in the film. You had to go ruin my poster."
You know what? You know why I was in such a good mood, and actually, it was a good conversation, and I wasn't overly mad, but yeah, I think that's probably what it was. I was talking to him about baseball forever.
Well, he was at age 45.
Yes, he was. He was next to Billy Jeffrey Lano.
Yes, I remember seeing the 5 cast.
Yeah, Marsha Gay Harden's character.
Marsha Gay Harden. Yep.
See, Stefan, I don't mind Wendy Kaplan. I don't mind Tina as much. Yeah, she's annoying. I found Wendy Kaplan like I wouldn't throw her out of bed for you know what. So right, Pat. I'm just am I an honest guy, Pat? Or what do you think?
Yeah, I didn't write Tina from age 5. As annoying as she was, I always found Wendy Kaplan very cute. So
very cute. I don't want to say charming because that's a bad word to say because what we know her from in that movie. She's not charming in the movie at all.
No, yeah, she was annoying though, but she was cute as hell. So I'm giving her a pass. So Spitz. I had Spitz at number 3 because he was annoying as shit. Halloween 5.
You know what's funny about these? Like when I was doing this too, I'm like, I'm putting these annoying people down, but I appreciate them. They're annoying, but
annoying is one thing.
Hate, that's what they were doing.
Exactly. Annoying is one thing. Hate is totally different. I don't hate any of these characters.
It's kind of like wrestling, right, Pat? You hate bad guys if they're doing bad things. That's their job.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just annoying. It's not hate. Who'd you have for 5?
That's who I had, Spitz.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Spitz. So yeah, so I already gave my number 2, so we can skip over that. My number 2 was Spitz. So my number 4, who is that's another one who's annoying as hell, from the original Chainsaw Massacre, Franklin.
Franklin's the original one. Yeah, because he's getting chased and he gets it right. Yeah, he
was just so annoying. It's like then you felt like, hey, he's got disabilities, and he gets killed with the chainsaw. But it's like thank you, because he was annoying as hell. He was such a fucking whiny crybaby bitch.
Crybaby bitch.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, Tanya from Idle Hands.
Oh yeah. Tanya's pretty bad in Idle Hands. Yeah. Well, my number 4, Pat, and I hate to say it because I do like him in the film, but he is annoying, and it's Evil Ed from Fright Night. Fright Night's one of my favorite horror movies.
You know what? I didn't even think of that, but you're absolutely right. He was kind of annoying as hell. Yeah.
You're so cool, Brewster. Sorry.
Cool, Brewster. Yeah, he was annoying as hell.
Evil Ed. Stephen Jeffries is the actor's name. And if you remember, Stephen Jeffries was one of the guys that tried a few of those beers. One of the times I sent him to Sean Clark. He's one of the guys.
I always remember him from shit. What the hell was that movie? Where they were all in with shit. They were in that Catholic school, Catholic private school, and he kept jerking off all the time.
Oh, what is that?
I talked about it once before. It was with the one who was in the main character was, why am I forgetting his name from he was in, was it St. Elmo's Fire? He was in, what was the movie with Rob Lowe? He was banging his mom. Remember the movie Rob Lowe? They were in college together, and it turns out he ended up banging the mom.
Tommy Boy?
No, it's shit.
No,
with Rob Lowe.
I'll
tell you right now. Hold on a second. Is it Class? It was called Class, the movie. I'm sorry, somebody's throwing it in there yet. Andrew McCarthy. No.
Andrew McCarthy?
Andrew McCarthy.
From Weekend at Bernie's? Andrew McCarthy?
Yes.
Mannequin, yep. Weekend at Bernie's?
Mannequin. Yeah.
Nice guy. Very nice guy.
I couldn't think of it. Yep. That was driving me crazy. I realized what his name was. Yeah. So, And I gave you my number 3. I already said Spitz because it aligned with your number 5. Let me see what's in the chat real quick. John, hey, what's up, John? John Patterson's interesting show. The characters who should have been killed in horror movies. That would
Hi,
go
John.
to John
Sorry, I
Hurt in the
missed
original Alien movie. Oh yeah, John Hurt in the original Alien movie. No Kane, no alien in his stomach to keep the franchise going. That's very true. Absolutely.
So you had your number 4 done. You just Pat, do you remember Evan from Thanksgiving? He's the jock guy that's filming all the chaos that's going on.
Oh yeah, he was an
Fucking
annoying
piece
pain
of
in the ass.
shit. Piece of shit. Piece of
He's a
shit.
piece of shit. Yeah, he was an annoying son of a bitch. I didn't even think of him. Yeah, I was thinking like old school stuff. Yeah, he was an annoying son of a bitch. So that's your number. So that's your number 3.
I couldn't stand him. I wish he would have died worse than he did.
Should have had him in pieces in the freaking the dumpster.
Matt Russell, I'm going to tell you, Weekend of Berries 2, Voodoo, the Voodoo Bernie. Oh, good stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly. Wow, I got to go back and watch that too.
Get on.
It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Get on.
Fun. It's definitely a fun sequel. Nice. So
Sorry,
no, that's fine. So you said number 3 was his name was Eric, right? The annoying son of a bitch.
Evan.
From Thanksgiving.
Evan. From Thanksgiving. He's a fuck.
So I said Smith. So my all right. So my number 2 is somebody that you're gonna see. I don't remember his real name. I forget. I should have looked it up. From you're gonna get something signed from him at Chiller. Ricky from Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Garbage Day. Oh.
Garbage Day.
He was annoying as hell in that movie.
He was.
Annoying as hell.
He is pretty bad. You're right.
He was. I'm sure he's a nice guy. You'll meet him. He probably is a super nice guy, but man, was he annoying as hell.
He's
in that fucking movie.
He's somebody now. You're saying this. You better. You're coming up there with me when I get that figure signed. Then you're coming up there and be like, Pat, get over here. You gotta meet this guy.
Hey, you know what? You made our top 5 annoying characters in horror list.
Yes, we have at least 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
We're not like.
And 3 or 4 people have at least watched it.
See, that's what it's all about. We can make fun of ourselves. That's right. Come on.
Yeah, he was annoying. I can't even watch that movie. It's because he's so fucking annoying.
Well, actually, what's even more kind of significant is our H45 tour, right? Remember?
Yeah. For those that don't know, if you go watch the video I have on the channel here, where Brett and I were on the Horror's Hallowed Ground tour with Sean Clark. So when he was taking us. Where was he taking us? We were going to the cemetery from the OG Halloween.
Yes, correct.
So we walked into the cemetery in Sierra Madre, and he's like, oh, and by the way, this is he showed us where the garbage day scene was. We walked right past the house, and he was talking to the woman
right there. We all stopped,
and the woman came outside, and she had no idea that was filmed there at her house. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, she had no idea.
That's right. She had no. Sean was explaining the whole thing. He's like, really?
She had no clue, and she was still looking at us like, okay. She didn't give a shit. So that's my number. Oh God, Ricky Caldwell. He was so fucking annoying. What's your number 2?
It's AJ from The Barbarian, played by Justin Long. The guy is. I think he's more of a piece of shit than annoying, but he is annoying too.
He was, yeah. He's always everything he's in. He's kind of annoying. I mean, Jeepers Creepers, the first one, I kind of liked, but was never really a big fan of that.
I always laughed in Waiting. Remember the restaurant comedy Waiting, where Ryan Reynolds and remember like they're training the guy, and the guy like at the end of the movie, he's like, what about you? He's pointing at just Long. Yeah, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Join the fucking army or something.
I didn't see that one. I know the movie, but I didn't see it. I was thinking, I'm like, did I see it? No, I didn't see it.
My God, Pat. Now we're live here online. You've never seen Waiting with Ryan Reynolds and
no, I know the movie, Pat, but I've never seen it.
Oh my God, because you've dealt with the public, you've been in the customer service entity. Oh, Pat. like
Not
you
seen it.
saw
Let's check it out.
Clerks. You saw Clerks. It was.
I've seen Clerks. Yeah, I love Clerks.
This
yeah.
is Clerks in a raunchy stance in a freaking restaurant like Applebee's or Chili's. Wow. Pat, I'm sorry I'm saying it. I'm shocked you haven't seen it. I am absolutely shocked.
One of those movies that's evaded me. I know of the movie, but I've never got around to seeing it. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
And Pat, if you didn't love it right away after seeing it, I'd be surprised.
I'm sure I will. Yeah, I know of it. I've heard people talk
shit.
about it, but it's just one of those things I just never got a chance to see.
Luis Guzman's in it. Luis Guzman, he's so funny. And Dane Cook was like when Dane Cook was starting to become a big comedian. Oh wow.
Matt Russell I took my mom to see Waiting, then we had dinner at Chili's. That's awesome.
Oh, Steph, you don't like it as much? Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, Stephanie. I don't know if you watched the video. Go check out the video. Me and Brett on the tour. There's like a half-hour video on here I did.
It was very memorable. We were exhausted. Yeah, it was cool. Barely slept that night.
Yeah. A little full, a lot of sap, no sleep. John says, for the horror aficionados tonight, let's be honest, the vast majority of modern horror slasher films were made in Canada. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's not Jason Takes Manhattan. It's Jason Takes Toronto. It really is. Except for like one scene in Times Square. It's Jason Takes Toronto. If
there's anything you're gonna do, well, I know maybe not tonight or maybe this weekend, you're gonna watch Waiting.
I'm gonna have to. I'll highlight it. I'll watch it but Sundays is like a free day for me now, especially since we're not doing the podcast.
I do remember Joe. I do remember talking to Joe, and I know Joe loved it too. So, yeah. I wonder if that's on anything.
I just looked. It's on Tubi for free, so I will be watching it. Anna Faris is in it. I love her.
I think you would agree with this. You worked at customer service. You worked with the public. I think that means even more when you watch that movie. Like people that never worked at customer service or anything could still enjoy it, but I think you enjoy it even further when you've dealt with all the different personalities that come in to be taken care of. It's just
I'll check it out.
Anyways, okay.
Vancouver, Toronto, you know what? No offense to Canadians, it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. Sorry. See one part of Canada, you seen the other part of Canada. Sorry, Vancouver, Toronto, your head, your ass. It's all the same shit.
What movie were we talking about? What are we talking about?
Friday. Jason Takes Vancouver.
Oh, Jason Takes Part 8?
Yeah.
Well, aren't there a lot of films that are shot in Toronto, right? A lot of
there's tons of stuff shot in Toronto, yeah. That whole area up there, because it's just cheap. I guess it's cheap labor. I guess the Canadians work for less money. Or they're just not union. I don't know. But so who did you have for your number 2? Did you say your number 2?
AJ, Justin Long from Barbarian.
Justin Long from, okay, so my number 1, and Halloween fans out there, cheers to you, because I would think this should make everybody's list. My number 1 is oh shit. Hold on a second. Pardon me 1 second, because I'm a little slow here tonight. It's been an extremely long day.
Right there. That's a kid.
That's a kid here. So I'll let you guys recognize him. This is my number 1.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
I can't even take him seriously to put it on the list. Just me.
That's it. Freddie Harris, Mr. Busta Rhymes from Resurrection, irritates the shit out of me.
Harris, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so who'd you have for number 1? To me, I'm sorry, a Halloween guy, and that's why and this is no knock on Busta Rhymes. Maybe he's a nice guy or whatever. And whenever we say something sucks, it's never a personal thing. I mean, although we do know some actors can be real douchebags, but I never heard anything bad about Busta Rhymes. But the character of Freddie Harris, I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. I can't sit through that film.
You brought up ones that haven't been, or that Freddie hadn't been brought up, but Mine's been brought up. It's always going to be Mayor Larry Vaughn, just because he's completely oblivious to what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And you see, I saw Jaws at such a young age of my movie watching, so it's like, seriously?
Yeah, I watched Jaws. I didn't see Jaws was 75. When did I see it?
Hold on, I'll be back 1 second, Pat.
Mm-hmm. Trying to remember when I first saw Jaws. I didn't see it in the theater in 75. I was too young. I was 3 years old. I had to have seen it probably 79, 80, if I remember correctly. And I just remember watching it saying, "What? It's like these people being killed. They get eaten by a shark." I understand, as you know, you live in a resort area. This is your time to make money, but what an annoying, stupid person. It's like, come on. You would think you'd be more proactive, so that you'd be the hero because you took a stance at like Roy Scheider, but no. Yes, Brett, I can hear you peeing. Brett's obviously peeing because I can hear him in the background. Yes. Oh, fuck Freddy from Resurrection. Yeah. Oh, God. Look, I don't berate anybody for liking anything. If you like Resurrection, power to you. I can't stand it. I mean, if it's on and I'm in the mood, I'll leave it on, but I'll never, ever. If I went back there to my Resurrection discs, it's probably an inch of dust on them. But that
Fuck
way.
Resurrection.
Fuck it. But you just pissing because we heard you. You pulled a Frank Drebin.
Oh, I left it going, didn't I?
You pulled the Frank Drebin. Yes, you did.
Oh my God, I got to go back and watch that tonight. Oh God.
I just said, I'm like, Brett, are you peeing? You just pulled the Frank Drebin. Except you didn't go. You should have missed the bowl, and we were like, whoops.
That, and you might think that was intentional. It wasn't. That wasn't intentional.
Oh, that was classic.
That wasn't intentional.
Matt says Buster's rant at Michael when he thinks he's Charlie makes me laugh my ass off. The hell somebody got to do to get a little, what the hell somebody got to do to get a little decent help here with this motherfucker? But Michael should, yeah, that's another one Michael should have killed right then and there, as he was on the list. But it's so too. I don't want a goofy Halloween movie, and it was just too goofy for me.
It was beyond goofy. Beyond goofy.
You must be Canadian, and there's no disrespect, but to me it looks the same. Sorry, no offense. I've been to major cities. I was in Manhattan tonight, and people can say what they want. I've been to major cities, and a lot of them look the same too.
Yeah, right.
They look the same. They all have the same shit. Little full, a lot of sap.
A lot of sap.
So if you're Canadian, it's not a knock on Canadians by no means. Let's see.
Well, we've been thinking about Naked Gun a lot because Frank and Darren had a great episode about it.
So do you guys know Stuart Lancaster said whoops and Frank for Frank? I did not know that. It's not Leslie Nielsen saying whoops when he's paying.
I just remember him stretching, and the mayor's like, "Oh God." Oh yeah, Pat. Raccoon Eyes just brought that up. Did you feel that? I heard a few people out east did.
So quick before we get into that. So your number one was Larry. All right. So
Larry Vaughn. Sorry. Yes.
Larry Vaughn. So that's our top 5. So let us know in the chat. Let us know after the fact, because I do like to do these as standalone videos. So I figured just kill it right now, and then we'll talk about that. So yeah, I was at work. I was in Jersey City working today, and I didn't feel a thing. I mean, they had a big thing going over the loudspeaker in the building. I'm in a 40-story building, and they said, everything's safe. And I'm like, what is everybody talking about? Next thing you know, my phone's blowing up. My brother's calling me. My wife's texting me like, oh, did you feel the earthquake? I go, no, I didn't feel shit. A couple of guys said they felt
stupid
something in the building, but my wife felt it here in Pennsylvania. My brother works he works in the port, Elizabeth, which is in New Jersey. He's like, oh, the buildings were shaking. I said, really? I go,
really?
He's like, you didn't feel anything? And he's like, I go, no, I'm on like the 40th floor of a high-rise building doing work. And I'm like, I didn't feel shit.
Who the fuck is that?
So Stuart dubbed over Drebin. Did not know that. Now I know.
Wow.
No, but yeah, I didn't feel any of it. I didn't feel shit.
Unbelievable.
And I remember Frank was talking about it today on
Did
Silver
Frank?
Lamb.
Yeah, he said something briefly about it, right?
Yeah, because Frank's about he's probably about 40 minutes from me in Jefferson. And we're gonna meet up with Frank
Looking
in
forward
3
to seeing
weeks.
Frank. Yes.
Oh, and my brother, I was telling my brother that you were coming in. We were gonna go out. That we're going. He's like, "Where is it?" I said, "Parsippany." He's like, "Oh, maybe I'll come meet up with you." So I think my brother actually, he'll meet my brother. I think he's gonna come meet up at Ruth's Chris and have steaks with us.
Oh, fantastic! Cool. Always get something good there.
You'll get to meet the elder ring, my older brother,
The older ring. The older ring.
the older ring who looks younger than me. That's what I tell me. I'm like, yeah, he's the older brother. He's 6 years older than me, but he looks younger. I'm more weathered.
Weathered.
My father took my 11-year-old self to see the original Jaws movie. He fell asleep during the opening credits, yet he kept waking up during the multi jump scares. Oh, so you saw it in the theater? That's awesome. I would have loved to have seen Jaws the theater, but I was only 3 years old.
And it was they re-released it on IMAX like a Memorial Day or Labor Day a year or two ago, and I was out of town. I would have loved to have seen it. That would have been so cool.
Very cool. So, what else we have left on the agenda for this fine evening?
I think it's just our collectible spotlight. Then you and I are. I think it might be cigar time in a little bit.
It could be cigar time. Anybody wants to join us, you can. We're not going to do it live because I can't do it here. So let's do a quick collectible spotlight, which I have to update this thing here. So what we do each week when we do the podcast, we take something from our collection and do a quick highlight on it. Mine's always going to be Halloween because that's all I collect. So let's see. Why can't I find shit tonight? Where the hell is it? I have to put these in order. There it is. Collectible spotlight. So we do a collectible spotlight from our collection because obviously we talk horror, we talk all sorts of shit, but we're big collectors. So obviously mine's always going to be Halloween. So I'll show you what mine is. So I don't know if you ever, I don't think I brought this out. So I was trying to find something I didn't bring out. Have you ever seen this?
I don't know what the hell those are, Pat.
This is, I got this, it was from Argentina. That's why it's in Spanish on the top of it. It's a puzzle. It's magnetic, and you put it together, and it creates. So it's like you know when you get trading cards on the front of it, but on the back of it, it tends to create a puzzle.
Yes.
So if you look on the left side, you see Laurie, you see young Michael, you see older Michael, you see Michael, the knitting needle scene. So when you put them together, they stick together, and the back side of it would be the scene on the right where it's Myers and Loomis and Laurie, and
which is artwork done by, I forgot his name, but I had the full size poster of that artwork on the right. Okay.
Yeah. So I got this years ago. This popped up on eBay, and I was like, I've never seen this before. And it was from Argentina because I remember that's where the seller was. It's in Spanish, and yeah, I never saw another one like it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Matt says it right. That is the image from H2. You're right. I never looked at that like odd for whatever reason, just because it's the same night. It's kind of like
that's just like Michael Myers is 21. It's when he's when he's doing the dental work with what the hell's his name?
Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, from Clue. Yeah,
or not Jeffrey Combs.
No. Help us out. You had him sign your thing at
Yeah, he left at me. I had him sign my Clue poster.
Clue poster. He was an H45.
Thank you, Matt.
Jeffrey Kramer. Thank you, because I'm drawing a blank.
It's kind of like remember a lot of people didn't like how they showed Annie dead on the stretcher. You know, I've talked about this. I'm like, I don't think that's that big of a deal because she was dead anyways.
She was dead anyway, so that could have very easily been.
And Universal has that footage because they own the rights to Halloween 2. That never bothered me. Sorry.
That didn't bother me. Everybody's like, "Oh, they showed that." No, because that could have been
No.
that could have very very easily just been the scene from the OG Aftermath.
I think to me, and sorry if anybody's that's just nitpicking. I think that's way too much nitpicking.
Way too much nitpicking.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
That's how
You dick.
Pat and I are related. If anybody didn't know.
Yes. Brother from another mother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. See,
This is cool, though.
I'm a middle child. He's the younger brother.
What's the size of this altogether, though? I'm
Very small. It's
size of a piece of paper. Is that too big?
no, it's hold on a second. What memento? With this. So it's honestly about like it's like this big. It's very small.
It's smaller than a piece of paper. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And I've never seen one like it. It's been years. I've never seen one. I've had that thing, Jesus Christ, going on 10, 12 years. And I've never seen another one like it.
Stephanie, yes, she does twitch. I know everybody loves talking about how she twitches. That never bothered me either.
Yeah, exactly. So right, it's that didn't bother me. Of course, I'm a geek, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is from H2." But then, I'm like thinking logically, it's like, yeah, but since H2 doesn't exist in this world, it's basically what would have happened. So that's why I sort of like, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
That's a good point, though. More of a logic thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a logistical thing. Like, yeah, this doesn't belong here, but yeah, I can see where it is. It could have very easily been the Aftermath. So we know it's from the film, so that didn't bother me. It did raise a red flag because we're Halloween geeks. But, wait, hold on a second. I said Jersey. If you're from Jersey, I'm waiting for a big budget movie about the Jersey. Oh yeah, the Jersey Devil. I'm surprised they never did that. You're right, John. Maybe a modern tie-in, like a remake of the 70s roller coaster film tied into the. Yeah, so there was a whole thing. I don't know if you ever heard of the Jersey Devil. Did you ever hear of the Jersey Devil?
I just think of the Seinfeld episode about the New Jersey Devils going to the hockey game. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're the devil! You're the devil!
He's a face painter.
You remember that?
Yes, I do. Putty was the face painter. Remember? I can't go. He's a face painter.
I'd remember that.
Yeah, so there was a big thing where this thing called the Jersey Devil was this big folklore about like this demon type thing. John, are you from? I thought you were from Canada because I thought I annoyed you earlier. Are you from Jersey? There was a whole thing about the Jersey Devil, and that's where you get the New Jersey Devils hockey team name from. Because people always wonder, like, where'd you get the New Jersey Devils name from? It's like, well, there was this whole folklore about this creature. They called it the Jersey Devil. And if you look it up, it's like a devil with horse hooves, because they had these pictures from years ago with these unexplained hoofs that were just 2 versus 4, which you would have with a horse. It's all sorts of weird shit about it. I remember seeing it years ago. Matt says, speaking of Jersey, saw my God Bruce Springsteen for the 11th time last night. Oh, you're a big Bruce fan. Yeah, I mean, growing up in Jersey, it was like, there's a reason why he was the boss. And I love Matt to death, but I was never a fan. Don't hate Springsteen at all. Just wasn't my type of music.
You know what it is with me? I like Springsteen. When certain acts get to a certain cost to going to see them, that's where I have the problem. That's all. Just my opinion. Just sorry. I like Bruce Springsteen a lot, but I guess if I was a bigger fan, then sure.
Growing up in New Jersey, I guess I never don't hate him, don't dislike his music. It was just never my thing. But I guess growing up in Jersey, it was just oversaturated.
Kind of like the fucking Stones, how much they spent, like, or people would spend to go see them. I'm like,
but Rob, I think like South Jersey, you think about the Pine Barrens, not the Pine Banks. Yeah, the Pine Barrens are like, so they're like not the Everglades like in Florida, but they're like swampy areas down in South Jersey.
Pat,
Oh, so you are Canadian. I'm surprised you knew about that, about the Jersey Devil.
Pat, I would assume you respect the Beatles for what they did, right?
Love the Beatles. Yeah.
What's the most amount you'd ever spend if they reunited, if deaths and everything didn't happen?
That is a really good question.
Didn't remember there was that whole thing where people thought that ABBA would be a bigger reunion than the Beatles? Like, where the fuck did you get that information from? You don't remember that? I remember that clear as day. It was like 20 years ago, wasn't it?
Well, I remember I've talked about it before. I think back in the 70s, Saturday Night Live, Lorne Michaels did this whole live skit on the Saturday Night Live episode where he offered I think it was $10,000 to the Beatles to reunite on Saturday Night Live. And if you read, I think so that night that he offered that money, John Lennon and Paul McCartney just happened to be together, and they considered showing up at live at Rockefeller Center and doing it. And it just never happened. And the funny part of it is Lorne Michaels was like, look, here's $10,000. You, John, Paul, and George, you can do whatever you want. You want to give Ringo less, that's entirely on you. That was the big joke. You want to give Ringo less, give him less. But
yeah,
I would,
right, Ringo. Ringo's a shy guy. He's a quiet guy.
well, put it this way, I'm a big Cream fan. I'm a big Eric Clapton fan. Cream reunited a couple of years ago before Jack Bruce died. And I remember looking at the ticket. They played Madison Square Garden, and I think face value tickets were like $500. And I'm like, you know what? Not going to do it.
Do you remember the Beatles were called the Clarences? Remember that?
The Clarences. Yeah, exactly.
She loves you, Rudy Town. She loves you, man. She got to take a ride. She's got to take a ride. The bitch don't care, man.
Exactly.
The bus is the picture he shows.
Oh, Matt's right there, man. He's still holding out for a reunion tour of the Lone Rangers. Yep.
I remember when, obviously, you know, I'm a Floyd guy. Remember the whole thing when, oh God, why can't Gilmore and Waters all get together and try to do something again and all that
Well,
bullshit?
aren't they suing each other again because one of them wanted to sell the rights?
Yeah, and like people are like, oh God, I wish I could. I'm like, they're not going to do anything anymore. These guys are like freaking like 80 years old. Like,
well, look at the Hall
up.
Notes. Look at Hall Notes. They're duking it out in court because John Oates wants to sell his rights, and Daryl's fighting him on it. And I'm a big Kiss fan. Look what Kiss just did. Was it today? No, yesterday. They sold. They did Kiss. Well, I'm a big Kiss geek. As you guys haven't noticed on the channel, Kiss does not own their catalog. Universal Music has owned it for years. I think from the one album, Sonic Boom up, they own, and all the live stuff they own. So they apparently sold all their trademarks. They sold the Kiss logo, the Kiss makeup. They sold all that stuff. And there's no official word, but the rumor is for $300 million.
Wow.
Yeah. So they sold the company that's doing the Kiss avatars owns their makeup design, owns the logo. So they can basically run with what Kiss has been running with for the past 50 years, all the merchandise. And Kiss basically cashed out.
Cashed out, bitches.
Not bad, because there's only two people to split it with, Gene and Paul, and just cleared $150 million each. Not a bad payday, huh? Yep.
Wow.
But I almost forgot. This is Brett's.
Oh, man. Yes, you're right. My
Dollar.
talking Arlie Ermy. I think I sent you like the quick audio somewhere like weeks ago on it. I'm not too worried about it, but this is the talking gunnery Sergeant Hartman. Sergeant Hartman's his character in Full Metal Jacket. Sorry, Arlie Ermy. It's got 10 different sayings, and it's pretty vulgar. It's pretty funny. I've had that thing for about 25 years.
Your parents have any kids that lived?
Oh, God, that figure is so funny. Get up, you slimy sack of shit. I'm going to tell you, Pat. I regret. Like the first Monster Mania I went to when I went to go meet Wes Craven when that movie Red Eye came out. Arlie Ermy was there. Biggest regret is I did not go meet him. I didn't go get something autographed because he was dead a couple years later. So.
Oh, look at Raccoon. You got to be a Misfits fan, huh? The most epic reunion is Glenn Danzig with Jerry Only. Yeah. I kick myself because they played here so many times. They played the Prudential Center in Newark. I still have not gotten there to see them.
Hey, I had all my groomsmen come out the mother, man. I think I told you that, Pat. Fucking, we love that song. The self-titled Danzig album, when that came out. Oh, fuck. We love that.
Mother.
Tell your children not to muck my way. What's the other big song on the first Danzig album? There's another one song that's kind of popular on the first album. Can't think of it. It's going to bug me.
Yeah, I know, drawing blank. It's been, oh, man, these hazies are hitting me because I had a real rough day, and I haven't eaten since about 11 o'clock this morning. So I'll have to snack on something after this. But yeah, that is our collectible spotlight for this fine evening. So I think we just made our way through all our shite. And let's do this. Go check the chat and see what's going on. Twist of Cane.
Twist of Cane.
Yep.
Damn it,
Great
Raccoon Eyes, you just beat me.
Brad Patrick, I never would guess there was a gunnery figure / doll.
Oh my God, Stefan. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, John Patterson says, since my American cousins on the show are into serious horror, what are your thoughts after The Last Kiss on most true fans? Oh, it sucked ass. I watched The Last Kiss show. I didn't go to it. I was actually this close to getting tickets for it because I'm in northeastern Pennsylvania. Madison Square Garden's only about an hour and 10 minutes from me. I was going to go, and I was this close because I was waiting. You know how like tickets drop just as it gets closer to the show, and I was going to go, and they would drop, and they were like $350, and I was like, you know what? I had a sneaking suspicion that they were not going to do anything special. So for like $30, I rented it on pay-per-view, and they didn't do a fucking thing special. It was just a typical Kiss show. Pissed a lot of people off, including myself. Well, actually, no, it didn't, because I was glad I didn't waste the money thinking they was going to do something special, and they didn't do shit special. It was just a typical cookie cutter performance. Didn't suck. It was good, but they didn't do anything special.
I saw them. So what was it? Danzig 4 was at 94, 95, 96, somewhere in there. Can't speak. I just know that song. And Pat, remember the CD era? Like, that was like one of the first albums that didn't have the hard plastic case. It was like a paper case, that super thin paper case. I'm like, come on, can I get a regular CD here? Now I'm getting picky.
Did they have this? Did they have Alex and his Droogs from Clockwork Orange? They have figures of that?
They do. Because the Alex figure is super expensive, because I wanted to get it in case I went to... He was here for Days of the Dead, but I was out of town, so it didn't... Yeah, hold on here. I want to look that up.
I figured they must have. I'm like, Christ, if they have the Warriors figures, they have to have Clockwork Orange figures.
You know, it's funny you say that. The first time I fell in love with both those movies were like within like a week or two of each other in 8th grade. So that's so funny. Warriors and Clockwork Orange.
I read the book. I did a book report on Clockwork Orange. Anthony Burgess in junior year of high school. That's a tough read. It really was.
It's a Mesco. Mesco did it. Yeah.
Matt saw Kiss with Aerosmith. I didn't see the Kiss Aerosmith tour. I did not see it.
See it there. Little box figures.
Oh, nice. Love me some Clockwork Orange. That's going to have to be a watch along one of these days, but it's like a 2.5 hour movie.
I always got a kick out of it, like the fast motion when he's got the girls in his room.
Yeah, when they're humping.
Or the big freaking dildo statue.
Yeah, that was
It is not an easy movie to watch by that type of stuff, though, as you can agree, I'm sure. It's true to form. It's typical Kubrick.
Stanley Kubrick. it's really not faithful to the film, to the book rather, just like he did with Shining. There's a lot of differences if you've read the novelization.
Music's great too. Oh man.
John says, you, Pat, should do a full show on the Kiss to sell out your chat. I was going to do one. I had no time because all the Kiss people, I do a lot of Kiss shit on the channel, John, if you're not familiar. I do a thing called Kiss My Past, where I just talk about different things and stuff. I've been Kiss fans at 75. And I saw that, and I was going to jump on it, but I was real busy. And it's funny because if you saw it, a lot of people got it wrong because they weren't reading into it. So because they were saying, "Oh, Kiss," because all these bands are selling their catalogs off, and boom. Now everybody's saying, "Oh, Kiss sells catalog for $300 million." No, Kiss does not own their catalog. They sold it back in '89 to Universal. So that was the thing that just lit everybody's screen up, like, "Oh my God, Kiss sold their catalog." No, they sold off their name. They sold the rights to the name,
the rights to it,
images. So, God, what the hell is it? The company that's doing the avatars? Because you saw how they're going to become. The company that's doing the avatars is the same company that did the ABBA avatars in London. So that company bought all their stuff because why? Because they're producing their avatars. So it only makes sense. So just because they sold all that, they're still going to get paid because this company owns the rights to their name and all this other stuff, but they're still the people. So they'll probably just hire them as hired guns to come and perform because the avatars perform. If you see it, it's people in costume and all this shit. They're still moving around. It's not just all cartoon shit. So so they got paid today. Well, not yesterday. They got paid to sell the shit, and they're going to get paid in the future to act as the avatars. So you can say what you want about Kiss, but Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, shrewd businessmen, very smart. If you think this is the last time you got paid for Kiss stuff, sadly mistaken. They're still going to get paid. Take my word for it. But 2001, great. This is highly irregular, Dave. Good movie, 2001.
I think my ultimate's probably Full Metal Jacket, just because it's like two different movies. It's just two movies.
Full Metal Jacket is, yeah, exactly. Because as soon as the whole thing happens at boot camp, it just totally changes.
Then it goes to Vietnam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good film.
Yeah, I love it.
So we'll do some quick shameless plugs and we'll get the hot here. It's 12:38 here, and I want to go have a cigar and another drink.
Yeah.
So this was our original plan for Tuesday, so we're going to bump this to a week from Tuesday. So, Stefan, you still there? Go watch Silent Rage. So you're prepared for Tuesday. So we'll do this a week from this Tuesday.
Yep.
And the Halloween movie book clubs. Byron was here earlier. Shout out to Byron. Episode 4, chapter 16 through 20 will be this Thursday. I'll be doing it. So next Saturday, a week from today, because right now it's Saturday here. It's 12:38, so it's already the 6th. So a week from today, we're doing it's the 40th anniversary of the release of Friday the 13th final chapter.
Unbelievable.
So we'll be watching. I know, 40 years. Oh my God, man. Just tell you. Oof. So we'll be doing that next Saturday, watching it on the actual day of its 40th anniversary. Shout out to Colin, who was here earlier. He was going out and hanging out with his better half. Go check out our top 10 albums of 74 because my co-host for this episode is Mr. Colin Moody. So go check it out. And
1974.
As you can tell, it was the debut of Kiss. So go check it out. I'll give you one guess where they land. And I'm going to go grab my cohort right here and Joe, and we have to do episode 2 one of these days. We haven't had time.
Yes.
Maybe this week we'll do episode 2 for our Halloween fans. We're live each week, normally on Sunday nights, not on Friday nights. This was a special occasion because Brett was unavailable Sunday. So tonight we did this, but this will be streaming on all these different platforms, probably tomorrow, if you want to just listen to it and not see our beautiful faces. Yeah. Make sure you like, subscribe. It's funny because I was watching, did you watch the majority of Frank and Darren today?
Just the beginning, probably the first half hour.
And he was talking about how like 40% of the people that actually watch their content have subscribed. And I felt like saying like you have to basically blow people just to hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost a fucking thing. Just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't hurt. If you see my YouTube channel, I probably subscribed to like 1,000 people because if I like the content, I just hit subscribe. You know why? I don't fucking care. It doesn't cost nothing. Doesn't cost me anything. I figured somebody just entertained me and took their time to do it. Least I could do is hit subscribe.
Right.
Go join the Facebook group. We got a Facebook group. Gives you guys shit that we're doing, and you guys can post stuff in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be shy. We're always posting stuff. We're always waiting for people to post. Joe didn't make it tonight. He had to do something with his daughter. Go check out his channel. A lot of fun stuff. They put him and his lovey better half, and they have a Facebook group too. And that is all the shameless plugs. And we're out of here because we'll be back on Tuesday for Silent Rage.
Looking forward to it.
Check the chat. Well said, Pat. You're well informed. Yeah, I'm a big Halloween geek. Take my word. So if you're not familiar, there's a video on here that shows you all the shit I used to have. Like I had Halloween and Kiss stuff back in the day. Sold my Kiss stuff, and then all of a sudden Halloween started making stuff, and now I'm back in the same boat with tons of shit.
Who would have ever known,
Except
right, bud?
Halloween stuff is expensive. Halloween stuff is expensive, but nowhere near the OG Kiss stuff. That stuff is insane.
Thank you, everybody, for being in the chat tonight. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, great. Thanks, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Good night, Stefan. Matt, thanks. Matt, pleasure as always. I'll be a stranger. And I think everybody else says good night. So yeah, we're gonna get the hell out of here. Like, subscribe, comment, all that happy horse shit. Hit that like button and all the other stuff. Let's see what the outro is. So Brett, hang out here, and we'll see everybody on Tuesday for Silent Rage. Right?
Yep, Silent Rage.
We'll miss everybody on Sunday night, but it was fun hanging out with everybody, and it's nice having the show, knowing one thing: I don't have to go to work tomorrow. It's beautiful.
Damn right. Yes.
So, good night.
Good night.